think tonight's going to go one of two ways. It's going to either be an explosion of flavor, or both Palin and Biden are going to be so overly rehearsed, it's going to be
boring.
Yeah.
Nothing can be said at all. I'm going to go with category 1 for $500.
Biden, they don't have to coach Biden. He's done this before.
That's the thing. I can only pray that Biden does something more stupid than Palin says.
If Palin, they're saying Biden needs to address McCain and not Palin, and if she can do it right, she can almost pull a Geraldine Ferraro. Like,
hang on, throwing out too many names, and I'm already lost. Say it again.
Okay.
If Biden can what?
People are saying Biden needs to address McCain and his policies, not Palin so much as like her inexperience or anything.
All right.
Why?
Because what are you going to do if you start talking about Palin's inexperience? Because then you come right back and say, well, what's Obama's experience?
Okay, well, I understand that. I didn't know if they were taking the angle of don't pick on the girl.
I've heard that too.
Can't beat up on the chick. You don't want to look like the bad guy.
Make her cry.
Yeah.
Oh, God, make her cry.
Nothing I can say about that.
It's a tear.
I did the best job I could in Alaska. Why are you so mean to me?
Oh, my God.
It's a nice state. Polar bears. Oh, moose. I done shot that moose.
Somebody's got an email about that. Can you ask Trey if he really thinks it's a good idea to vote for McCain when Sarah Palin is obviously the worst choice for running mate in the history of our country?
No, she's not.
Well, I got to go with you on that one, but she is a little bit, just what I've seen. And I really wanted her to be great.
Listen, there comes, really, there's sometimes they're just on-the-job training. McCain's, the chances of him...
This is not a situation where... You don't take Gavin's template for running the radio station into the ground and you go, well, it's a work in progress.
All right.
Being VP is not a work in progress, especially if something happens to McCain.
Well, Dan Quayle is my first example. Sometimes
that's wrong.
Wrong, dude.
He did just fine.
No, he didn't.
Okay, he couldn't spell. Otherwise, he was a fine vice president.
You want to hear some of his quotes? I saw some of these on from Quayle.
Oh, you have quotes from Quayle? Oh, I can't even imagine.
They were just going back over VP debates over the years, and there's the obvious one with Senator Benson when he said, Jack Kennedy.
Yeah.
And actually, that was the second time they had asked Quayle that question: what would you do if you became president if Bush ate it? First time he stammered through it. They went through more of the debate. Gave him another shot at it. That's when he went off on his Jack Kennedy thing, and then Benson crawled up his a-hole. I don't know which cut this is.
Benson wrote that down. I'm hanging on to that one.
Our government, unlike many governments...
Okay, this is just a conference somewhere.
Our government, unlike many governments, and particularly the governments of where the people that founded this country came from, is a government that is derived from the people, the consent to govern, the freedom that is based in the people, that then elect their representatives to represent them in a free representative democracy that we have today.
Tell us about Dan Quayle again, Trey.
Listen, we've had a president for 8 years, God love him, stuck his foot more times in his mouth than...
He never went anywhere near this. They had to bring in extra legs for Quayle.
It sounded like that Teen Miss Carolina contestant.
Such as
where people don't have maps, such as.
This is I think this is from the debate with Lloyd Benson.
I have far more experience than many others that sought the office of Vice President of this country. I have as much experience in the Congress as Jack Kennedy did when he sought the presidency.
Don't go there.
I will be prepared to deal with the people in the Bush administration.
Old man can get you.
That unfortunate event would ever occur.
Senator Benson?
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
Quayle was twisted.
Oh, yeah. And you know, Benson was
I'd
just
forgotten what the video looked like. Benson was very collected.
Oh.
Never rattled.
He sat on that.
He hit him with that.
Give me the ball.
And Quayle went, that was uncalled for. And just stared him down.
It's like a political debate kick in the sack.
Yeah.
That was really uncalled for, Senator.
Some applause for that.
Why would he get applause for that?
There's going to be a certain number of people there that are for Quayle, and he just, as you said, kicked him in the nuts. And everybody felt sorry for him at that point. You just got to feel sorry for him.
You hitched your wagon up to the wrong one.
You're the one that was making the comparisons, Senator. And I'm one who knew him well. And frankly, I think you're so far apart in the objectives you choose for your country that I did not think the comparison was well taken.
Retard.
The old man slapped you hard.
And
I won't talk to him anymore.
That's exactly the look that Quayle had on his face when Benson hit him with the you're no Jack Kennedy. It was this.
I'm in so overload right now. If I could think of something to say about you and your wrinkles.
Gutless yellow turd.
Someone said he just stares at him and hope he'll just spontaneously combust.
Just leave. I love having a debate.
You should have said you're right, Kennedy wasn't that great.
That's not really something you could get away with.
No, I know.
Revered as JFK was. And here's a montage of Quayle. I miss him.
And let me just tell you how thrilling it really is, and what a challenge it is, because in 1988, the question is whether we're going to go forward to tomorrow or we're going to go past to the back.
Exactly.
Never heard that one.
I hadn't heard any of this.
Back to play that one again.
And let me just tell you how thrilling it really is, and what a challenge it is, because in 1988,
yes.
The question is whether we're going to go forward to tomorrow or we're going to go past to the back. And I can tell you, listen.
All the way around, and then you come back around the other way. What do you say? You back up and then you park.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You're not grasping what I said. Listen. He's a lot better than Biden. As far as sounding confused.
Yeah.
Biden's the king of racial inserts.
Biden doesn't get confused. He knows exactly what he's going to say.
Yeah. Biden's the confident moron.
Let me just tell you how thrilling it really is, and what a challenge it is, because in 1988, the question is whether we're going to go forward to tomorrow or we're going to go past to the back. And I can tell you, listen, we don't want to go back.
This is a different speech. He tries it again.
To tomorrow, we want to move forward. I believe that I've made good judgments in the past, and I think I've made good judgments in the future.
Oh, my God. Why don't you stay away from the back in the future thing? It's not working for you.
And I forgot that he actually was on the side that won.
I did too.
Because I thought, well, thank God. No way he got in the White House.
Remember the
no.
And the future will be better tomorrow. Well, Bobby Knight told me this.
Who's Bobby Knight?
Famous basketball coach.
Yeah, okay. Obviously you didn't listen to him.
Likes throwing tempers and chairs across the floor.
Well, Bobby Knight told me this. He says, there is nothing that a good defense cannot be.
Oh, no.
A better offense. In other words, a good offense wins. I was known as the chief grave robber of my state.
I would have put him down after the VP debates.
Just really don't say anything else.
I have a very strong record on the environment in the United States Senate.
I'm guessing he didn't.
No.
Okay.
A laugh break there. Sounds like something from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Hawaii has always been a very pivotal role.
Oh, this is my favorite. He talks about Hawaii, how pivotal it is as far as the Pacific goes.
Okay.
Hawaii has always been a very pivotal role in the Pacific. It is in the Pacific, the part of the United States that is an island that is right here.
What was he trying to say?
I don't know, but he was in Hawaii when he said it.
That's right. Where I'm standing.
Right here.
Oh,
It's if I was a map,
Yeah.
I am here.
Big round dot.
It looked like a buffoon. He had the Hawaiian lays on, and he just always had this look of somebody had just pushed him down a flight of stairs. You'd stand and go, huh?
I totally forgot about this 20 years ago.
I know that they're not supposed to have any sort of political anything come into their job, but if I'm the Secret Service and I watch these things,
He's going to catch a stray.
Yeah. It's like, wait a
Looks like
minute.
he has a gun. They need a corny dog.
All right, so you're saying is Bush won, which means I have to protect
Yeah.
quail?
That's your job.
Oh, I quit.
They get me some horse blinders. I never saw him coming at him.
They're not sunglasses, they're just blacked out.
The first VP that got shot from friendly fire.
I can't stand it. Think about the ones that had to protect. They have to protect Pelosi and Clinton.
I know the Secret Service protected members of the House.
Well, being that she's third in line to the presidency.
Oh.
She gets a little spiff.
Yep. Yeah, she has her own plane
Why?
because she's third in line.
I don't like her.
Oh, she's one personified.
Yeah, Trey speaks very highly of her in the office.
How are you doing, Chloe?
Break in 5.
Yes, Kevin.
I'm still here.
All right. That's good. What is it, Robert?
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
What everybody seems to forget is the vice presidency is the man-teat of American government. It doesn't do anything. I mean, any idiot could do the job. I mean, for God's sakes, we had quail.
Unless, that's what everybody's saying. That everybody understands it's all unless something happens to number one.
Right.
And then you focus on McCain's age and any possible assassination attempts.
Yeah, if McCain was 50, it'd be a whole different deal. Whole different story.
No, because the bullet has absolutely no concept of age whatsoever.
Yeah, but he still might just die on his own.
Right.
People
well,
do
for
that.
that matter, I mean, Air Force One could go down and they could all get wiped out.
Then it's Pelosi.
And Trey said, yeah, she's a great big one.
All right. Thanks. So the debates are what time tonight?
8 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
All right, now are we actually going to do the watching party that you mentioned yesterday? Because I found something that will help us.
I don't want to go home and miss it. I don't want to miss it while I'm driving. This
Well, it
is
starts
the
at
Super
8.
Bowl. I'm going to stay in here until it's over.
I was trying to find a drinking game for the VP debate. I haven't found one yet, but I did find Palin Bingo.
Bingo cards?
Yeah, it's just a website. It's just palinbingo.com, and it has like 4 different bingo cards.
Do you get to drink?
Sure. I'm sure we can create our own little drinking game around it.
No, it's bingo. It's not. You don't get to drink.
It's drinking bingo.
How to play Palin Bingo. Whenever Sarah Palin says a word or phrase in one of your boxes, check it off. If you check 5 boxes in any straight or diagonal line, you win Palin Bingo. Center box is airspace. That one's free. That's just a picture of her right in the middle. Go ahead and check that one off right away. For extra points, try and score a media blackout by filling in all boxes on your scorecard. Try using a blank sheet to make your own Palin Bingo card.
Yeah, so we can print off one and just put our own stuff in there if we want as well.
Then it's obviously just different words if she throws it out. Alaska earmarks, Maverick, reformer, job creation. Russia, bridge to nowhere. I saw on the news today that there were actually 2 bridges to nowhere that were actually planned.
Both in Alaska?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
And she was against the first one. I think she snuck the second one in under the moose.
But neither one of them got built.
How do you know?
Well,
They're both go nowhere.
Fair point.
Maritime border, family, Hillary Clinton, glass ceiling, Osama bin Laden, terrorist, lipstick, sexism, 9/11. And you didn't find any drinking games?
Not yet. Maybe they just haven't been posted yet. I'm sure I'll find one, because they always end up getting posted at least by the afternoon of the actual
Turn
debate.
this into a drinking game instead of bingo. Just every time she says one of these, you get a shot.
Every time you bingo, you got to chug, whatever.
You just drink the whole thing. Is your bookie taking bets on this?
On the election?
On the VP thing tonight?
There's not really much to bet on.
Well, whoever comes out ahead. Last week, the presidential debate was pretty much a draw.
Yeah, the problem is that's a very subjective deal of who won, who lost.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see the other cards really quick.
Yeah, some of them have a couple of different phrases.
Real American, Family Matters, Pork Barrel, Energy Independence, Gotcha Journalism, Working Mom, McCain, Al-Qaeda, Good Old Boys Outsider, Foreign Oil.
That one's got my favorite on there.
I like the way that she points to the fact that she actually would be a good emissary for this country with foreign relations because she could see Russia from her house.
It's right there, you see? So I got to watch for them. Crazy, crazy Russians.
How is it she thinks that gives her some type of international relationship because she can see Russia from her house?
Because her state borders another country. Borders too, I guess.
She keeps an eye on Putin when he flies over.
There's no other state there has 2 countries on the borders.
Dealing with the Canadians, and then across the water there, I can see the Putin.
Actually, she's never been there before.
She's never been to Russia?
She's never been to the city, where the only city that you can actually see Russia from. She's never been there.
Why would she go?
Well, I'm just saying that she said she could see it, but she's never even, they've been there. They did a big report about, hey, she's never been to that
I don't
city
think she ever actually said she could see Russia. I believe that was a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh, yeah. All right, my bad.
That
seemed real enough.
That's the problem. It's so real.
I saw a story a few days ago related to the Russia thing after the Katie Couric interview, and it said that Palin just got her passport, I think, last year.
So did I.
Well, all of a sudden, you're the head of foreign relations.
I've got my passport. We'll travel.
I can see the Russia. I've been to Canada, and I know a few Mexicans.
My state touches Mexico. I'm in.
Technically, you're as qualified as she is.
And speak just about as well.
Hold on. Take this little break. Yes, Tony.
Hey, is there any way you guys could maybe do an internet broadcast during the debate? It would be much better than any of the commentators or the actual debate itself.
I didn't think about that.
Ooh, Mystery Science
Theater.
debate.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, see if we can set that up, and we could do that in 3 hours.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
That'll be...
All right. Call Chris at Burke Biz. See if we can still webcast from here.
Okay.
All right. Break here?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back then.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Better than any TV soap opera. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Ready, Daniel?
All set.
All right. What do you got?
All right. Traffic is brought to us by Geico. Right now, really only one problem to let you know about in Dallas, 635 westbound at Midway. There's an accident blocking the 3 left lanes, and those 3 left lanes, of course, the HOV and the 2 left lanes. That has everyone just stacked up to Preston. So that's the only one to keep our eye out for now. That's your first look at traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Daniel. Should be right about 57 for the low tonight, mid-80s. All the rest of the week with sunshine. We have 83 now at Live 105.3.
That's right. You think Palin won't have any problems tonight?
I don't think she very easily could have problems, but I think she's probably been prepared enough that she'll do okay. I mean, but the bar is set very low for her now.
Why is it set low for?
That interview with Katie Couric.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think this is a clip.
Alaska has a very narrow maritime border between a foreign country, Russia, and on our other side, the land boundary that we have with Canada. It's funny that a comment like that was kind of made to I don't know, you know, reporters. Yeah, mocked, I guess that's the word, yeah.
There's a word in there someplace.
I think if she gets painted into a corner, she's probably going to pass out.
I don't think so. I'm going to say she's going to surprise people.
What is this link you just sent me, Dan?
It seems to be so far the best drinking game I've come across.
All right. And it's a PDF. It'll take a second to load.
I tried printing it. It just hadn't printed yet, so that's why I just sent you the link.
Take one sip when Palin mentions moose. Is it Wasilla?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's the town she was mayor of.
All right. Earmarks, Maverick, Iraq, bridge to nowhere, Russia from her front porch. When you hear Joe Biden, you'll take a drink. Bankruptcy bill. If he gets pissed off about something, if he talks about change, there are a bunch of nonpartisan words. 2 sips of Sarah Palin mentions hunting. The word moose is preceded by field dress or followed by hunter. Anyone who sells a plane on eBay, you hear the word sexism. It's got different ones for Biden. If you hear MBNA or any other credit card company, or why would Biden mention Amtrak?
Just the only thing I can think of is riding the train. He always talks about riding the train home every night.
Well, that's good.
Excuse kids or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amtrak's the best thing to put him on.
Mm-hmm.
The rest is just about the economy. So is there another vote today on the bailout or no? I didn't watch much of the news today. I looked at porn.
It's going to be, the thing I read said it's going to be tomorrow, the final vote.
They talked about trying to bring it tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'll be tomorrow. And it's still
another day. What the hell?
I don't think it's going to pass.
Why?
Because...
Okay, thanks.
Well, the Senate added a bunch of stuff to it, which appeased some of the people that voted against it the first time, but now you have people that voted for it in the House that now don't like it because they added this stuff. So you may have, net, you may not have gone anywhere because you're going to lose some and gain some.
You gained favor and alienated possibly more.
Right.
How much time do we have before they break for their election vacation, campaigning vacation?
Well, actually, they were supposed to break Friday, but they have not recessed it until they get something worked out.
Surely they're not going to let them go anywhere until this is done.
No, that's what they won't let them recess.
Mm-hmm. Now they'll all vote. I got to go on my vacation. I don't care. Vote whatever's going to get me the hell out of here.
Take my name and just write something on it. I got to go.
I got tickets.
What?
I got tickets. I got to hell out of here. Vote.
I think it's travel insurance. Just pass this motherfucker.
And actually, Warren Buffett's chiming in on it again. He said Thursday that it's crucial to the global economy that the controversial $700 billion Wall Street bailout passes.
Didn't he also say that wasn't enough?
But warned that the price tag may have to rise. Buffett also proposed that the Treasury Department and private investors team up to buy the troubled mortgage assets behind the crisis gripping markets worldwide. He said, if we don't get this solved next week, I may go back to delivering papers.
All you have to do is just watch the economy, watch the stock market, watch the foreign markets, and realize we got to pass this. Even if it's not the right thing to do, you've got too many companies that are folding, people who had really no part of this failure. They're going to suffer through it.
Just the fact that he's on board, Buffett, and he's a hell of a lot smarter than most of the people we know as far as money goes. If he says push it through, obviously there's not going to be a major collapse 6, 8, 10 years down the road, or however close it looks like it's coming.
And everyone's bitching about the national debt, which is fine. You know what? You're going to have to add to it before you can get it down. That's just the way it is.
All of a sudden, we're worried about the national debt.
Oh, that's a big Republic. That they're now, if they pass this, we're going to go into 14 figures of the national debt. Basically, it's going to become 10 trillion plus.
Yeah, they actually said the clock or meter or whatever they used in New York, they run out of digits, so they're going to have to glue numbers on the front end of it.
I don't know why that's funny to me.
It's funny because we're a country full of douchebags.
They'll make this clock. We'll never use that last digit. It's like at a gas station. Plug up little plastic numbers.
Stick a 1 up there till next year. Jerry Lewis did it on the telephone for a while.
Yeah, right now our national debt is at $9.8 trillion, which is, of course, a 13-digit number. At the rate we're going, it would be an absolute miracle if the national debt didn't reach $10 trillion, which is 14 digits. So the debt clock in New York that we always see, it was installed. When it was installed, the builders never anticipated we would actually need 14 digits to calculate it, so the clock only goes to 13.
You thought wrong, dude.
And why do you have to add to it to get it down?
Because you're going to have to spend.
It's not going to come down. What do we care? Spend the money. Let the national debt go up. Nothing's going to change. We like to be in debt. Trey, you've always said that's the way this country, that's the way we exist. We stay in debt. As far as
I'm still at a loss. You can't run a company that way. I can't run my house that way.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Well, you can run a company that way. You can issue bonds. You can basically rack up debt to raise money. They're going to have to spend the $700, $800 billion to save this economy, which is going to add to the debt. That's just the way it is.
We've always had a debt. Why all of a sudden is that the big focus?
And if you actually look at it, as far as the value of the dollar goes, it's really not that much bigger than it was in the 80s. If you account for inflation and everything else.
Plus throwing another $50,000 so they can buy one for the clock in New York. What buffoons?
That's so funny. I read that and I don't know why. It's sad. It's tragic, but it's funny for some reason. We don't have enough digits on our clock anymore.
It's because we didn't expect it. We never thought the economy would get to that point of we're going to go into 14 digits. You knew what was going to happen.
I guess it's frightening.
It's the template of the government. We had to get to that point.
But it's so much money, it doesn't even faze me anymore. It was coming out of my pocket. But I mean, it just doesn't faze you anymore.
Well, that's why you get to.
What if just overload?
What are we now? 9.8 trillion?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you're another 700 million in the hole.
Billion.
Whatever.
Exactly. But whatever.
It's funny money at that point.
It really is. It's almost like Vegas. It's chips.
Look at what's happened over the last 8 years. From 9/11, Katrina, war, everything else.
It doesn't make any difference. It's another 700 or 800 billion.
I'm with you.
It's not going to change anything. It's not going to hurt our credit rating. Everybody already knows we're a bunch of deadbeats.
But we pay on our bonds.
So what's the issue? 9.8 trillion, you throw in another few dollars, it's not going to change anything, especially when you're talking about numbers nobody can fathom. Just do it, get it done, stop arguing about it. It's going to happen. I don't know why there's been any type of debate.
Because you have the shoe salesmen of politics who have to be elected every 2 years, sitting there and pandering to their dumbass constituents and, spouting off fiscal principles. And
then lose your home, lose your car, don't be able to get a loan, don't be able to buy a new car, don't get anything on credit, and don't pass this bailout, because that's what's going to happen. You've got constituents that don't want it. Things are going to happen down the road where you can't get credit to buy anything, and then you're going to want to know where the government was. The government wanted to do it. Shut up and blow me. You want a legal ID here? Do it yourself. 352. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Verizon Wireless, where I will be Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Watauga, 8420 Highway 377 at the Verizon. And also brought to us by the Good Guys Car Show at Texas Motor Speedway, where Chloe will be Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday, October 2nd, 2008. Birthdays today. Tiffany turns 37.
Teats.
Yes.
And so?
There's no and or so. Russ nailed it.
Good ones.
Okay. There's lots of good ones everywhere. Why does Tiffany's drive you crazy?
Because I've seen hers.
How long ago was that she was in Playboy?
I don't know. 5-6 years. It made no difference. Still teats.
Okay.
Kelly Ripa turns 38.
She's got him.
No, she doesn't.
Kelly Ripa?
No, she doesn't.
Something.
Her husband has bigger ones than she does.
Oh, my bad. You just shut up.
Stop slapping the counter. What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Quit it.
Okay. I'm not going to do it.
Change in your pockets.
No. I told them the news.
What behind your back?
The news?
Philip Oakley, singer from Human League, turns...
Today is going to suck, Duck.
No,
I can feel
not.
it. You shut up.
It's not.
Anyway, he turns 53 today. Tantric sex master Sting turns 57. And also celebrating birthdays, Don McClain turns 63. Rex Reed is 70. Proof would have been 35.
Who's Proof?
Sorry.
You're the hip-hop master.
I'm out on that one.
You fly under your radar. He was the D12 member who was killed in a shootout after hours Detroit nightclub killing at the bouncers after killing the bouncer's cousin.
What a loss.
Feel it today.
Boyd.
Johnny Cochran, also his birthday, but he died in 2005. George Spanky McFarlane, today's his birthday. He passed away in 93. Groucho Marx and Bud Abbott and Mahatma Gandhi, all celebrating posthumous birthdays. And on this day in history, back in 1995, O.J. Simpson, the jurors stunned the courtroom and the nation by reaching a verdict in the 8-month murder trial in less than 4 hours.
Did they actually keep that to themselves until the next day?
Yeah, they went to the jury today.
We're getting out of here.
How far can I go in 24 hours?
You just read our stuff. And
well, we read it right now.
No.
Or the jury comes back, we read the verdict. Sit down.
No.
Can we just call it in?
I want to get in my car before it gets flipped over. And so is that right? They sat on it for 24 hours?
Yeah, they got the verdict. They got the case today. They
announced the verdict. Judge. Oh, no.
Ito looks at it and says, I'm going to let you guys go before we announce this.
Go far.
And also on this day, related to the trial, back in 1996, Mark Furman was given 3 years probation and fined $200 after pleading no contest to perjury for denying at O.J. Simpson's trial that he had used a certain racial slur in the past decade.
Why was that important with Furman, whether he had ever used the N-word?
Because
was he one of the investigators at O.J.'s trial?
Yes.
Okay. I knew he was part of the investigation. I just didn't know how key of a role he played, and whether or not he said the N-word was going to be pivotal. And they let O.J. go.
They tried to paint him that he might have planted evidence because he was a racist, basically.
How come the whites didn't riot after O.J.'s verdict?
Because they were getting the hell out of town.
Hard to riot. You're doing 90 on the freeway.
Hey, you did it!
It's like as soon as it comes across the ticker on the news, everyone's getting in their car waiting in the driveway.
Now, did they actually say the day that they came to the verdict, they had it, but they didn't announce it?
I remember them...
Because if they had said, yes, we've come to a verdict, we'll tell you tomorrow, that's when the exodus happens.
You know what, now that I think about it, they weren't in the courtroom and they didn't think they could get everyone there by like 4 o'clock or whenever. So yeah, they sat on it until the next day. And then it was announced. I remember it was announced like right at noon here, our time.
Yeah, I was on the air.
Again, remind me why they rioted. He got off.
They didn't riot. I was thinking Rodney King.
Oh, okay.
But there was a chance it might happen because nobody knew what the verdict was.
Okay.
I think that we actually knew the day before they had the verdict, but it wasn't going to be announced till the next day, and that's when we decided to book.
Alaska's nice.
I'll never forget that because they had a split screen, like a group of black people and then a group of white people, and just the contrast of celebration versus utter disbelief was amazing.
Which side did what?
John McCain said the more people get to know his running mate, Sarah Palin, the more they will love her. He told Fox News that he's confident the Alaska governor will do fine in tonight's first and only vice presidential debate against Senator Joe Biden. McCain also dismissed suggestions that he was upset with his staff for holding Palin back and not letting her be herself on the campaign trail. The 90-minute event in St. Louis will be Palin's first lengthy give-and-take session since joining the ticket. It will be hosted by PBS anchor Gwen Ifill, who is writing a book on blacks and politics, which includes a chapter on Barack Obama. McCain said he wished they had picked a moderator that isn't writing a book favorable to his opponent, but says that she'll be professional.
Well, you're obviously, first of all, this debate is nothing but just a dog and pony because it's not really pivotal in the election. And if it was really that important, you wouldn't have somebody from PBS do it.
How do they pick these people? How do they pick the moderators? Everybody gets up and says, I want to do it, and then they vote.
The campaigns negotiate, and they didn't know this one was writing a book at the time when they all agreed on her. So, wow, you stuck with it.
She's probably going to ask Biden a few questions about his view on the races and running with a black man. Mm-hmm. And that's when Biden's going to lose it.
If she's for Obama, she may soft sell, Biden and then go, all right, Skank, what do you think?
She's still going to slip one in on Biden. Especially if she ain't finished with the book.
The final chapter.
Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Investigators have named Casey Anthony a suspect in the mid-June disappearance of her toddler daughter, Kaylee. This according to Florida authorities. Police had previously labeled Anthony a person of interest. She is a suspect, according to Orange County Sheriff's Department Captain Angelo Nieves. She has been uncooperative, leading investigators down the wrong path and lying to them. She has not provided any credible information about the last time she saw her or where she was left. Authorities said weeks ago that evidence suggests Kaylee is dead. Investigators found evidence of human decomposition in the trunk of Anthony's car.
And you know why they now officially made her a suspect?
No clue.
I saw one of the investigators on CNN today. He said it was in hopes that she would finally do the right thing, come forward, and tell them where the body is.
Breakdown if we call you something different?
Which means they got no case and they got no clue.
Clearly.
And he obviously got on the national news and told everybody that. We thought we'd do that to encourage her to talk.
We certainly hope she's not watching this.
This is because what we have right now is dick.
Everybody be quiet. Don't tell nobody. Anyway, it's, again, if she just shuts up on it and never says a word to anybody, did Everett say they could still convict her?
Everett said a jury could still convict her based on this because you got too much other crap that surrounds it. The kid's missing for a month. She doesn't tell anybody. Her story's changed too many different times. She looks like a squirrel.
Just thought you always had to have, always thought body and motive. You had to have those two things.
I think even her mom has said, I forgot, it was called her a sociopath, but
that's bad.
Said she's not right.
The T-shirts actually say that. My daughter's not right.
Well, especially their jailhouse conversations between, is it Kaylee? Casey.
No, Casey.
Casey and her mom. Nobody seems to believe that she, why'd you wait a month? She never had a valid answer.
No, in all those conversations, she was never upset, never cried. Her biggest concern was herself. Nobody understands what I'm going through. Nobody cares what you're going through. This isn't about you.
Did you keep any of that audio?
Yes.
Trey, you have it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I think it's probably still in my daily audio file.
What's it say?
I think it says Casey Anthony.
I see it. Jailhouse phone call. Yeah.
Casey? Mom. Hey, sweetie. Oh, I just saw your nice little cameo on TV. Which one? What do you mean, which one?
Yeah, I get pissy with the person that's going to try and get you out.
The only person that really kind of sort of might believe you right now.
Which one? I did 4 different ones, and I don't know. I haven't seen them all. But
I can't keep track. I told too many people that I thought you did it.
I've only seen 1 or 2 so far. You don't know what my involvement is and stuff? Casey. Mom. What? No. I don't know what your involvement is, sweetheart. You're not telling me where she's at. Because I don't know where she's at. Are you kidding me? Casey, don't waste your call to scream and holler at me. Waste my call sitting in, the jail? Whose fault is bunks are? Whose fault is you sitting in the jail? You're blaming me that you're sitting in the jail? Blame yourself for telling lies. You mean it's not your fault? What do you mean it's not your fault, sweetheart? If you'd have told them the truth and not lied about everything, they wouldn't. Do me a favor, just tell me what Tony's number is. I don't want to talk to you right now. Forget it. I don't have his number. We'll get it from Lee because...
You better get me that number or you're going to go missing.
I'm getting good at this.
And obviously everybody knows at this point, I found a really sweet spot. Don't give me Tony's number. Don't. Bitch.
I know Lee's at the house. I saw Mallory's car was out front. It was just on the news. They were just live outside the house. I know they were. Well, can you get Tony's number for me so I can call him?
Yeah, the second one, it says with Lee Anthony. Who's that?
That's her brother.
Yeah. She was a little more cordial with him.
Hey, can you give me Tony's number?
I can do that. I don't know what real good it's going to do at this point.
Well, I'd like to talk to him anyway.
Okay.
Because I called to talk to my mother, and it's waste. Oh, by the way, I don't want any of you coming up here when I have my first hearing for bond and everything else. Like, don't even...
Okay, fine.
Got your time coming up here.
You know, you're making it real tough for anybody to want to try to, even if she was giving you somebody's phone number.
Now, you can't convict her just based on these phone calls because there's no emotion. But it doesn't fare well.
None of this helps her case.
You're not even letting me finish. You're asking me for Tony's phone number so you can call him, and then you immediately want to start pressing towards me and saying, don't even worry about coming up here for all this stuff and trying to cut it.
At this point, she was still sitting on the babysitter story.
Yes.
I left her with a babysitter, and I don't know what she did with her.
Go for it.
I'm not trying to cut anybody out.
I'm not going around and around with you. You know, that's pretty pointless. I'm not going to go through... I'm not going to put everybody else through the same stuff that you've been putting the police and everybody else through for the last 24 hours and the stuff you've been putting Mom through for the last 4 or 5 weeks. I'm done with that. So you can tell me what's going on. Christina would love to talk to you because she thinks that you will tell her what's going on. Frankly, we're going to find out. Whatever's going on, it's going to be found out. So why not do it now? Save
There's
yourself.
nothing to find out. There's absolutely nothing to find out.
she obviously, if she did it, had to have help with this because she's too stupid to pull something off like this on her own to be able just to get rid of a body and have no trace, no telltale signs, nothing to follow.
I wonder if the cops were telling the family to be nice, because at this point, it was my kid, even my kid, I wouldn't be sweethearting you. I'd be like, you know what? I don't even want to discuss this with you until you tell me what the hell's going on. Where was the last time you saw her? But they're all being nice to her. Yeah, you're right. She had to have help, too.
Yeah, I think that's how she can say she doesn't know where she is. And
somebody else
be truthful about it is she doesn't. She killed her and had someone else take the body, and she didn't know where it is.
This one says babysitter, they're going to frame her.
Yeah.
I don't know what that one means. I'll find out. Thanks.
Well, how come everybody's saying you're lying? Because nobody's listening to anything that I'm saying. The media completely misconstrued everything that I said. Detectives told them they got all of their information from me, yet at the same time, they're twisting stuff. They've already said they're going to pin this on me if they don't find Kaylee. They've already said that. Well, they arrested me because they said that...
Yeah, because they said that the person that you dropped Kaylee with doesn't even exist.
Because, oh, look, they can't find her in the Florida database. She's not just from Florida. If they would actually listen...
Why don't you hop in a squad car and go show them where you dropped the kid off?
That would be, easy enough.
And to anything that I would have said to them, they would have had their lead. They maybe could have tracked her down. They haven't listened to thing that I've said.
Do you know that whoever has Kaylee, nobody's going to get away with this? Nobody.
I know nobody's going to get away with it, but at the same time, the only way they're going to find Kaylee is if they actually listen to what I'm saying, and I'm trying to help them, and they're not letting me help them.
So how can I help them find her? The best thing you can do, baby, is listen.
They need to look up her information in a New York database, in a North Carolina database, other places that she's lived outside of Florida. That's what I told them even again today. I told them that 4 times today. I sat up at
She had no concrete contact number on this babysitter? Is that the story?
Yeah.
Somebody you're dropping your kid off theoretically with on a daily basis, and you're not really sure how to get a hold of her. And sometimes when you drop her off, you guys meet at a central location and you pass the baby.
I mean, none of it makes any sense. And this babysitter surfaced this week, and now there's going to be...
Oh, she did?
Yeah, with a lawyer, of course, because potentially there are now book deals floating, there are movie deals floating, and the babysitter says, I've been damaged by this. I want a piece.
But they're not holding the babysitter as a suspect?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What, how long we got, Chloe?
Is
there one to finish with on this? I like this one. But you've been a big help. Thank you.
How come everybody's saying that you're not upset, that you're not crying, that you show no caring of where Kaylee is at all?
I'm not sitting crying every 2 seconds because I have to stay composed.
Because I've had a month to get over it. All right, we'll break here. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The category, and this show is on top. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
It's a 2.5-minute PSA.
It's actually a 5.5 minute, almost 6 minute PSA. I cut it way down because it just went on and on and on and on.
Who's running this?
I haven't seen where it's going to run yet. It's on the internet. It's on YouTube, and they're telling everybody, watch this and send it to 5 of your friends. And then you can hear it. It's Ellen DeGeneres and people along those lines.
A clump of celebrities.
Yeah, most of them A-listers. Ashton Kutcher,
Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston.
All right.
Don't vote. Don't vote.
Don't vote.
Don't vote.
No, seriously, don't.
Well, finally.
This part of it, just a don't vote, was a minute and a half.
You don't care.
What's the point? Don't.
Don't vote.
Don't vote, really.
I got it. I wasn't planning on
They're
it.
setting you up to tell you why you should. They're not really telling you not to vote.
Well, they already sold me.
Right. Don't vote. It's a bad idea.
You don't have to.
Who cares about global warming and the fact that
Our polar ice caps are melting.
I hear polar bears can swim. I forbid.
I've been saying that.
Jennifer Aniston, I don't think that they're getting to the point of why you should care.
I understand where they're going with this, but these are all points that I've made of, yeah, polar bears have been around water for a long time. I've seen them on the geographics. They get in and out of the water.
But they're not supposed to be there for a long time.
All right. Move.
But they're drowning because they're having to go farther out to sea to get food.
Well, I guess when you got down the road of life and the fork in the road come up, you screwed up.
Being a polar bear?
Yeah.
You to vote. Stay where you are. Don't vote unless you care about health care.
If you think that everybody deserves to be taken care of when they're sick, then maybe you should actually reconsider. Maybe you should vote.
If you care about gun control, women's rights, civil rights,
Rising gas prices.
Social Security.
the war, then you should vote.
I mean, you could vote if you care about welfare, minimum wage,
The economy, gay rights, abortion rights, education.
Well, here's the problem with this PSA. If it's going to take somebody like Ashton Kutcher, Jennifer Aniston, to convince me to vote, then I don't want those people that are influenced by this voting because they haven't done any research. I'd rather the hardcore people who do nothing but research politics like Trey, I'd rather have somebody like that vote as opposed to somebody that saw this on the internet and went, well, all right.
I got to do it.
Because at that point, you're doing absolutely nothing but making this a popularity contest.
Toward the end, they actually tell people, now, you have to register to vote. Really, as you just said, if you got to tell somebody that, do they need to be at the poll?
No.
It'll be exponentially
5 friends and 5 friends.
And then 5 and 5 and 5 into 5 friends, and they're going to send it 5 friends, and then it's going to be like
Dandy, it's turned into a Flex commercial.
rampant, like herpes, but for positive.
I mean, seriously, after all this, after this whole video, if you're not going to vote, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. You have to vote. Because you got to vote, right? I mean, you know that, right?
Now, you say you're not going to vote, really, but you do. You are registered, and you will actually vote.
No.
I mean, you said it on the radio, I know, to be controversial and to be to upset people, but that's a right that people have fought and died for. Why would you just cast that aside?
I'm going to vote.
You are?
No.
Why wouldn't you, even if it's just one vote?
I don't really like either side. And I'm not going to play the lesser game.
Are any of the independents? You like any of those?
That's a waste of time.
Well, it's not.
And that pulls votes away from the major candidates.
What do you care?
I don't.
It's just part of the process of being an American.
I don't like having to take McCain, who probably, if I had to make a decision today, I'd go with McCain.
Me too.
But I'm not a big fan of Palin. And I can't imagine listening to that voice for the next 4 years.
They more or less kind of sort of disappear after the election. I think McCain...
I don't think she will, just because this country's become enamored with her, so they're going to follow her around. I think nobody really knew what Dick Cheney was up to because Dick Cheney didn't want anybody to know.
He just went his own little way. I don't think they're going to have her out as much, especially, well, tonight's going to be a big tell how much she can do on her own feet.
Well, they'll start her out. I mean, if McCain is elected, they'll start her out with baby steps, just little things here and there, get her some more experience.
She's not an assistant manager for an Arby's.
We're doing the fried cook today.
That's what this makes it sound like. Well, you know what? She's not really ready for this job, but we'll start her out with easy stuff, things that she can't really do any damage, and then we'll work her up to shift leader.
Well, she can't really do any damage as a VP, can she?
No, she can't do any damage, but you still have to plan for the worst case scenario if McCain craps the bed or if there's some type of assassination. Then she's going to be running the country.
She's going to have people surrounding her that believe in McCain's way and will help her do whatever she needs to do.
I don't like the options. And it's pathetic that you really have gotten to this situation of which way do you want to go? You want to go with McCain, who probably has more experience but has an inexperienced VP, or you go with Obama, who doesn't really have a lot of experience, and you got Biden, who's a buffoon.
Well, I like the Biden side just for the sound bites. But other than that, as far as a person to run the country, I'm going to have to go with McCain.
And the PSA is good for one thing, which is some people don't realize that in some states you have to register to vote 30 days before the election.
Well, if you had any inkling that you were going to vote, you'd already know that. If you had any concern about this country, you've already registered to vote. You probably have been a registered voter for years.
There's some people who...
There's some people that this is going to appeal to that don't need to vote.
Oh, this is a bit...
If this is going to be the big driving point, if this is going to be the catalyst to get you off your ass and go vote, it means you haven't done any research and you had no plans to vote. And now, a month or so out, you've decided, all right, I'm going to make my voice heard. I don't want to hear you.
Jennifer Aniston told me, so I'm going to vote.
This is
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just a nice big Obama commercial, really.
How?
Because you don't have one person on there that's not a supporter for Obama.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Interesting. So,
well, obviously, you know, Obama's stronger in the younger demographics, and I'm guessing almost all those people in the PSA were young actors.
Dustin Hoffman would be that one.
The old one,
yeah.
Old one, yeah.
But you had Ellen for the lesbos.
Mm-hmm. They're going. You're right. They're going for the 18 to 21-year-olds that may never have voted and don't know how to do it, and it scares them.
I don't want them voting. And I haven't done enough research. I don't need to vote. I'm not educated.
You watch the news every
it's
day.
a crapshoot on which way I'm going to go, and I really don't know all of McCain's policies. I don't know all of Obama's.
I don't think anybody really knows as much as we should, with the exception of very, very few people.
The only thing I know is Obama wants to raise taxes on the upper echelon and cut it with the middle class. McCain is more for a fairer tax base.
And he's ready to drill.
So not everybody totally gets screwed.
Yeah, energy-wise, he's ready to drill. I know that.
So is Palin.
Stop with the Palin.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Hours before Dallas ISD trustees were to consider layoffs for a third time, Alliance AFT, the district's largest teachers union, said DISD agreed to let eligible teachers take voluntary retirement. That deal, brokered late Thursday morning, means fewer active teachers will lose their job when the reduction in force is eventually approved. It's uncertain how many eligible teachers will take voluntary retirement, but it's been said many have expressed the interest. Trustees consider layoffs of 675 teachers, among others, this afternoon, and in an effort to save the district, of course, from a growing $84 million deficit.
And Honey Hosa is still with his 5% pay cut.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's standing strong with that.
I think the last line in that story is somebody asked them their opinion on Honey Hosa's pay cut.
I'd rather not tell you while the cameras are rolling.
Yeah. Now, was it somebody on the school board, or was it, I just saw Price, so I didn't know if it was Wiley T.
No, it was somebody on the school board, yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about him keeping or just taking a 5% cut? That just looks so bad when the numbers are outrageous.
It's not even a valiant effort.
No, not even.
If you're $85 million in the hole and you're only going to cut 5% off of $200,000-300,000, whatever your salary is, how is that supposed to compensate for anything?
How about I don't take any, I'm going to get us out of this, but I take no money from this district until we figure it out.
And that's not going to be a bailout because you're only saving $200,000 or $300,000, but you're obviously showing a good faith of, I'm not going to take anything in until I figure a way out of this.
It's like any other CEO that runs a company into the ground and goes, I need to stay here and keep my salary going because I got us in, I'll get us out.
Yeah.
No.
If you were to actually take his salary, which we saw in the morning news a while back, was like $377. Is that what it is? Yeah, $377,000.
All right.
Average DISD teacher making, say, $45,000 a year. That if he were to take no money, that would save 8 teachers.
And why not go that route?
And it would look like you really care that you've screwed up. Whether you did it yourself, it happened under your watch.
I got us here. I'm going to get us out of it. All I got to do is look at the path that we've chosen and go backwards.
Thank you.
And I'm the only one that knows how we got here. So obviously, I'm the only one that can back us out of this.
Since it's about money, you certainly don't mind taking no money while you do this.
You're a crazy man.
I mean, again, it wouldn't save us, but it would at least look good.
It would look a lot better than 5%, even if you went half.
There's a $20 bill.
Take it.
And I mean it.
I don't even want a receipt. Don't be. Which one of those, Alfie?
Line 1.
All right. Yes, Russell.
I was going to tell you, I was flipping to the stations, and there was a rap station that was actually, basically, the way I looked at it is they were bribing people to come out and register to vote. They were saying, oh, we're out here giving out T-shirts and CDs and stuff like that. So they were actually having to try to bribe people to come out there to register to vote. I mean, that's the way I looked at it.
What kind of CDs?
Rap CDs?
No.
I guess. I don't know. It was a rap station.
What does it matter?
Well, it doesn't matter, but I mean, it's just sad that that's the way that it's got to, that you have to bribe people to come out just to register to vote in this country. I mean, it's a privilege, like JD said, and I mean that's the way I've always looked at it. It's a privilege to vote, and you're still having to bribe people to come out and register to vote.
And again, those are the people that you don't want in the voting booth because they have no clue. You're just going to look at. Thanks, Russell. You're going to look at it face value. It's a popularity contest. Obama's a younger guy. He's good looking. He's clean, well spoken, first mainstream African American.
Thank you, Joe.
And they're going to go that route.
Well,
McCain's an old guy, can't move his arms around. Not really sure how much more juice we're going to get out of him.
I promise you, 90% of the people, and maybe that's a high number, under 25 are going to decide who to vote for watching things like The Daily Show versus CNN or the debates.
And you really have no clue what the long-term ramifications are going to be if you make the wrong decision. Hold on. What did Gavin just send me? What is it, Gavin?
Yeah, we just finished our drive to vote over at KRLD.
Well, of course you did. You didn't do one over here.
Well, why?
Did you do one over here?
No.
Why didn't you? I mean, that was a good idea, but why didn't you?
Because we just picked that station.
Okay.
Texas law prohibits any kind of bribe for registering to vote.
It's not really a bribe. It's the only way radio stations know how to get people out. It's that simple. Come out and get a CD, get tickets, get a shirt. That's the only method we have.
What they were probably saying is come out, get a T-shirt, you can register to vote, but Texas law states that it has to be a separate table with no bribes.
So how did you guys work it?
A completely separate table.
What'd you give away?
We didn't give away. Well, I mean, we had one table where, we'd have our normal giveaways, and then the other table just simply registering to vote.
About 2 o'clock today, I won tickets for some country guy on KRLD. Can you pick those up for me?
What is your problem?
What was it I won? I forgot to ask her. Was it Pat Green, something like that?
Man.
Pat Green's coming to town next week, yeah.
That's what I got. Pick those up for me, will you?
Why are you winning tickets?
Because I'm a listener.
Yeah, but you're prohibited from winning.
Why?
Because you're a CBS employee, and our rules state that CBS employees are not eligible to win prizes.
So I don't get my tickets, even though I'm a listener of KRLD.
And I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'll remember that if Arbitron calls me. BAP 24/7.
Oh, stop. Don't do that.
News and Talk of Texas.
So stop it. Giving their little logo out and everything else.
The Dallas-Fort Worth area came off best in the latest forecast of future home values. North Texas metro areas were ranked as the least likely in the country to experience a sustained home price decline, and mortgage insurance giant.
Trey, how's it Dallas-Fort Worth seems to be isolated from the rest of the economic woes?
Because we didn't just jump up, escalate, 30% a year for 5 years. And we also have a lot of companies still moving here. You've got AT&T moving 700 employees here. You've got a bunch of firms out of California. We're nice, centrally located, still have growth, and keeps us even.
Thank you. Dan.
DFW area has less than a 1% chance of having lower home prices in 2 years, according to PMI Group's risk study. Nearly a week into the State Fair of Texas, attendance and sales are way down. Vendors of everything from hot tubs to stuffed jalapeno cookers are reporting up to an 80% decrease in sales.
I've never gotten that. Why would I go to the State Fair to get me a jalapeno cooker?
Well, you're just out there.
Or a hot tub. They've got all these big ticket items. I'm not going to the State Fair to get me an Evinrude.
But you're there and you're seeing other things and you're near the farm stuff and you're already there. You may shop. You may go, you know what? I never went to a hot tub store, but since you're here, they don't expect you to put it in the back of your truck and go home with it.
Yeah, they do. Last year I went, they were selling some massage chair that was like $3,000 and that chick tried to sign me up right there.
To take it home?
Yeah.
Well, it's absurd. I'll go get my funnel cake, and I'll take that chair and this. Oh, and that tractor.
They'd have you set in it, and they'd go through the whole demo, and they go, "You want to go ahead and place the order?"
Surely.
Well, how many coupons?
I'll go back to the little stand.
And all the way out the door, she's still trying to sell me on that.
Clearly, it works, or they wouldn't all be out there. Because
what is it, Chloe?
What I was trying to do, we were doing that deal with Mark Davis with the bird calls and the moose calls and everything.
When he was broadcasting from the fair.
Yeah,
is he broadcasting this year?
I don't believe he is. I'll look into it.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, I was sitting there with the car alarm thing, and the guy was there in the booth next to me selling spas, trying to get me to buy a spa. I was like, I'm working. See me with a bird call. Shush. And he wouldn't leave me alone.
Spa bubbles. Hot, warm. If you buy it, I'll let you sit in it right now.
Because I was in their area, you know, hanging out with the car alarm. I'm cool.
Yeah, find out if Mark's broadcasting.
Okay.
I think originally he stopped because the show was syndicated, but when that went teats up, I think things changed.
Let's put him back out there. Well, they make a lot of money because they sponsor it and everything else. He's out there every day.
All right.
And he loves it.
Go ahead, Dan.
All right. So, yeah, sales are down at the State Fair. Royalties that digital music companies from Apple to record to record labels pay songwriters for selling their music as ringtones, CDs, and permanent digital downloads are to be set Thursday by a federal agency. This is the first time in nearly 3 decades that the industry has been unable to decide the fee for sales of recorded music on its own.
And in this story, these fees could get to a point to where iTunes would collapse, right?
Yeah.
Apple would
Apple's
actually just
saying,
stop the iTunes program.
They're never going to get there. They make too much money. They won't let that happen. I wouldn't think they would.
I don't get why there would be any cost issues, even if you're paying royalties, because really your biggest cost is going to be bandwidth.
And that should be
people downloading.
Sure. That should be a set fee, and then you're making
There's
money.
no packaging, no paper, no shipping, no nothing. It's all just electronic.
Nothing. With all
you take one copy and you sell it to everybody. Not like you have 50,000 copies
plastic and wrapping
of one song, and you got to sell it. You're selling the same song over and over.
They're making a ton of money. There's no way in the world.
Well, so how is it Apple
is
is going to come back and say, well, I guess iTunes is just going to have to close?
That's just a threat.
Because they said they do not want to raise the price above 99 cents per song.
They shouldn't have to. You take one song and you sell it to 4 or 5 million people, you're not selling 4 million copies. You're selling one copy over and over. What kind of crap job is that?
But if the royalties that they have to pay all of a sudden escalate.
It's all sheer profit. You're not burning CDs and mailing them out. You don't have any hard costs. You don't have any product. You don't have to stock anything. If somebody buys it, they buy it. If they don't, they don't. You sell the same song over and over.
And if anything, the royalty should be less because of that, because the music companies aren't having to print a bunch of CDs. All they're doing is emailing the MP3 to Apple.
But people are still buying the music.
I understand that. But
Apple shouldn't use this as some kind of ploy. Well, we got to pay extra. We're just going to have to close
the whole thing. Close the whole thing down.
Shop.
Your call. All these phones, no more.
What are your costs?
Again, it has to be less than a penny per song. Has to be.
It can't even be that.
So it's all
because you're selling one MP3 to everybody.
Does any of it go back to the artist? Surely it does.
Well, that's what the royalty. That's what this whole story is about.
That's not what I really meant to say.
Well, okay, tell us what you meant to say.
I had a Palin moment, sorry. No, my point is, are the artists asking for a whole lot more money recently?
Obviously somebody is, because they're talking about, that's what this whole story's about.
Well, so who's asking for the cash?
Right now, it's the record labels.
It's the recording industry. The record labels.
Probably BMI ASCAP.
But this was set before. They were making money before. Why can't everybody just be happy with the money they're making? As you said, it didn't get more expensive.
Probably because Apple is making more money exponentially off somebody else's work. So they probably would like a little extra cash, especially since you're selling the same tune over and over.
And their big threat is we'll just shut it down.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. How we doing, Chloe? Go ahead, Dan.
Black bears that live around urban areas weigh more, get pregnant at a younger age.
Let JD read this story.
No.
Read it.
I want to read this. Don't you have enough?
No. Read it.
New York, September 30th, 2008.
Get to the meat.
Back to Eureka. Okay.
Read it.
Black bears that live around urban areas weigh more, get pregnant at younger ages, and are more likely to die violent deaths, according to a new study by the Wildlife Conservative Society. The study published in the fall of 2008.
Is everybody listening to this the same way I am? Mm-hmm. You're editing it as he goes along?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Found the bears in urbanized areas weighed an average of 30% more than the bears in the wild areas due to the diet, heavily supplemented with garbage. The authors believe that because the bears weigh more, they are giving birth at an earlier age. wildlife conservative. I can't even read it now that I'm listening to what I'm saying. Wildlife Conservation Society researchers said the study, because of the abundance of food, namely garbage, the black bears are being drawn in from the back country and into the urbanized areas.
Is that all of it?
That's it.
That's enough to work with. Can we break here?
Yes.
Good. We got some cutting to do.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Audio stimulation. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Daniel, let's go with traffic.
All right. Right now, traffic is brought to us by Geico. In Dallas, I-20 eastbound, before you get to Bonnie View Road, there is a trailer that has flipped over. That is actually blocking the left lane, and that has everyone backed up to Lancaster. In Fort Worth, I-30 eastbound at Cooks Lane, you have a disabled vehicle which is in the center lane, so obviously move around that. And in Plano, 75 southbound at Parker Road, the left 3 lanes are closed due to a car fire. There's your traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. 60 for the load tonight. Going to be actually 90 tomorrow. 92 for Saturday. It's 84 now at Live 105.3.
On this audio, does this guy that's quitting, does he swear?
No, he does not swear. No, he's just going to quit. And he wants the world to listen to him do it. Live on the radio. Yeah, this is in Jacksonville.
Why wouldn't he swear?
I guess if you're going out, maybe at some point you wanted another job at a radio station. And if you got swearing, probably not going to get hired again.
Why did he decide to quit on the air?
Well, haven't we all dreamed of that at some point in our career? The reason I sent you up.
Well, normally you find another job. Did he already have another job?
I didn't know. I don't know that part of it. Thought maybe you could relate to this.
Hold on.
All right, a few minutes ago, I was letting in on a little bit of information that I'm assuming was supposed to be secret, but I was told that I'm going to be let go on Friday after my show.
So he's getting popped.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have since then, I confirmed it. And you know what? I've decided to just say screw it and give the big middle finger to upper management instead of giving them the opportunity. So first, I want to say thank you to you for making the last 4+ years of my life great here in Jacksonville and on Rock 105. I couldn't think of anywhere better to work here in Jacksonville. I'm glad I got to work here during some great times and during some not so great.
No swears?
No swears. What would you do? Would you go out swearing? They can come after you. The FCC can still come after you personally.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good call.
Great times. And again, thank you.
This is what I should have done instead of taking the high road when I left the Eagle 8 years ago.
Exactly what I was thinking. You and I discussed it. And you said, I'm going to take the...
I didn't like that idea.
Yes, you did. You came up with it. I'm the little weasel that said, do it on the air. Get in a limo, drive across town, screw them. You went, no.
I still got no clue why I did it that way.
It's not the right thing. You said it's not the right thing to do. You know what? I'm going to do this like a professional.
Well, why all of a sudden did I have some type of moment of clarity with ethics?
I don't know. They hadn't been nice to you at all in any way, shape, or form. But I have no idea why you decided just to go, okay, I'm just going to do it the right way. Finished your show. Didn't say a word about it. Didn't even... I listened. I was kept hoping you drop little innuendos. But you didn't.
That's probably the biggest career mistake I made. Leaving wasn't.
Look, no. But looking back, would you really have done it? Would you want to have done it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah, because you already had a deal here. I mean, it's not like...
Yeah, I already signed a letter of intent with CBS. I already had the deal. I walked in after the show that Wednesday, gave my resignation. I said, well, is there anything we could do? Well, dude, no, there's nothing you can do about it.
Working on a contract.
You've had a year and a half to rework my contract. You gave me some kind of screwy deal. You promised me a signing bonus that was really part of a profit sharing I should have gotten anyway. Why do you think there's anything you can do right now to have me stay? I don't know why I didn't go off on those jackasses on the air.
You were just at a different time and place then in your mindset. Obviously, because I told you to do it. You kept saying, no, that's the wrong thing to do. In the long run,
What would be my logic?
You just said it was the high road. You want to do the right thing.
There's no fun on the high road.
We've learned that since.
And it probably took people...
It took a lot of people a long time.
A year or so to figure out I'd moved to CBS.
I think we've been here a couple of years when somebody stopped me that used to, know us and stopped and goes, what in the heck's Russ up to these days?
I want to say thank you to you for making the last 4+ years of my life great here in Jacksonville.
They ever shut him off?
I don't know at the end. I just dubbed it off.
And on Rock 105. I couldn't think of anywhere better to work here in Jacksonville. I'm glad I got to work here during some great times and during some not so great times. And again, thank you, upper management, for the not so great times. But in the end, I would not trade any of it for the world. And I'm grateful we spent the time together. Now, Don Davis and Rob.
Oh, I would have traded the last 6 months with Tom Scher as GM at the Eagle for a hand job and a ball scratch. He was when they moved him as GM from Houston up to Dallas, he was nothing but a dick nonstop.
He did it to all the stations. Did he take most of the ones he touched? The ones he did anything to went down.
It was that mentality of
the one
here's how we do it. Here's what's worked in other markets. Here's what we're going to do.
And we've seen
go and look at the arbitrage. You really hate to throw that in somebody's face because it's egotistical, but here's your study. Here's your study group. Here are the ratings. Look at that. Leave me alone. Go back in your office and grow some more cysts on your neck.
Isn't that a better watermark for how well the show is doing, the ratings, than here's how he did it in Houston? He just wanted to come in like any other dog and whiz on it.
He wanted to take control of the situation, and
you were out of control.
I wasn't out of control.
Because you were successful. Yes, you were. Success is out of control.
Oh. I enjoy that.
Bar and Jake and the rest of my family here that makes things happen on the air. You guys are the greatest, and I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Now, on to the problem. There is nothing worse than managers that think that radio people are like commodities to be used up and thrown away they're no longer valuable to the shareholders, which, by the way, I've been working without a contract.
Sing it, brother.
In good faith for the past few months in the hope that something would work out for me and I'd be able to work out something that would benefit both Cox Radio and my family. But obviously, that wasn't a priority. Now, I find out there's another deal in the works with somebody else and they're only minutes away from handing me my walking papers. Well, here's your 15-second notice. Kiss my ass, Cox Radio Jacksonville, and especially you, Bill Hendrick, and David Israel. You two empty suits.
Both those guys are jackasses.
You don't know
them. I hate those guys.
You don't know anything about them.
Well, here's your 15-second notice. Kiss my ass, Cox Radio Jacksonville, and especially you, Bill Hendrick, and David Israel. You two empty suits will be lucky if this is the only time this happens to you, and it's going to be a bright day in Jacksonville when your desks are emptied and radio is...
Oh.
Is nobody in management keeping tabs on this guy, especially if you've already got something in the works and you know there's a chance that it might slip out? Then you've got somebody watching him nonstop.
I would hear the footsteps coming up the hall at this point.
They come in the studio and say, I don't know where you heard that, but here's your new contract.
Yeah, we just signed double the money, but if you really need to leave...
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
At both Cox Radio and my family, but obviously that wasn't a priority. Now I find out there's another deal in the works with somebody else and they're only minutes away from handing me my walking papers. Well, here's your 15-second notice.
Well, here's the other thing is they weren't in the process of letting me go. And even if they were, I already had a new gig.
No, you could have done it. You just didn't want to do it. You wanted to go in, give them the opportunity to let you go back on the radio and say goodbye to everybody. And, of course, they wouldn't allow that. And that was the end of it. And then,
but I knew the last day I was on that it was my last day. I could have gone on an absolute tirade until they came and yanked me out of the studio. What the hell is wrong with me?
You kept saying, do it the right way. Do it the right way.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, in perspective, it could have been a lot more fun.
Kiss my ass, Cox Radio Jacksonville, and especially you, Bill Hendrick.
When I leave here, I'm going to do it the right way.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you probably actually rise to the occasion and do it the right way.
There was no benefit from taking the high road. None.
You felt better. Obviously, that was what your gut told you to do. I remember you saying that. So that's just what my gut tells me. I want to go with your gut because that's always been good to
me. Radio is full of S-bags, and that's the way everybody else goes out. And I don't know why I didn't want to stay with them.
You made fun of Dan Lewis for telling everybody off on his way out. But you do it on the air.
Didn't do it on the air.
Doing it on the air.
And I didn't tell anybody off. I just left.
No, you didn't do any of that.
I offered to stay. I said, most companies want 2 weeks' notice. Here's 2 weeks' notice. I'll stay on the air. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything. I could have today, and I didn't. I'll work another 2 weeks. They threw me out and shut off my voicemail by the time I got to the car.
That was the best.
I'll be damned.
That's how you got downstairs.
And screwed you out of $25,000?
Huh?
And they screwed you out of $25,000?
Yeah, the signing bonus that was actually supposed to be part of the profit sharing that I never got.
That everybody else already had gotten.
Let me get this straight.
Yeah, go ahead. That's really where I want to be right now mentally.
Especially after the whole Rich Barra thing and then forcing him on you, just seems like you would have strangled him, told him to screw off, and
the sound of the day. That's Rich Barra dying. You win.
And David Israel, you two empty.
Yeah, everybody else on my show got the profit sharing check.
They earned it.
Tom Shore held mine back and actually said, well, I don't want to give it to you and have you go someplace else. You mole-ridden fag. That's got nothing to do with whether I go someplace or not. I helped make that profit. Why wouldn't I be one of the ones to get the check?
Even not on the air. Why didn't you at least say something to Tom? Kick his door in and go,
he wouldn't come out of his office.
And the door opens with a foot.
Greg, what was his name? Stevens, the program director, went down there. Said, well, I'll go talk to Tom and see what he wants to do. Came out, slammed the door. He wants you out of the building.
Jesus.
You can't open the door and say thank you for taking the high road, not slamming the station and say where you're going on the air.
Now, didn't you got him on the air at one time over here, didn't you?
Yeah, and he said nothing would be served had I come out of the office and said anything to you.
Yeah.
That's what you use anytime you don't have an answer, is nothing would be served by doing that or making that comment.
Pull those moles off your ears.
A contract in good faith for the past few months in the hope that something would work out for me. And
what has he got when you got moles like that growing all over you? Neck, head.
Some people get them and when they get them,
I can't imagine where else he had those growing on his body, because they don't just live outside your clothes. He probably had a whole cyst farm going on in his crack.
I'd be able to work out something that would benefit both Cox.
I'll be
Oh, let it go. Let it go. It's been, 8 years.
I had let it go until you give me this audio clip.
Was funny. I just thought that you'd get some kind of release with this. And this guy sounds like a buffoon. He sounds like a jack. Who would want to associate with him?
Radio and my family, but obviously that wasn't a priority. Now I find out there's another deal in the works with somebody else, and they're only minutes away from handing me my walking papers. Well, here's your 15-second notice. Kiss my ass, Cox Radio Jacksonville, and especially you, Bill Hendrick and David Israel. You two empty suits will be lucky if this is the only time this happens to you, and it's going to be a bright day in Jacksonville when your desks are emptied and radio is free of you. Now, this shows you how much they're paying attention, by the way, because they should have been in here by now.
Yeah, okay.
And if they were really listening to the radio stations and knew what was going on. So thanks for nothing. Rotten hell, Cox Radio. I am gone.
Hit a jingle.
No, you don't hit nothing.
Just leave it
That's
there.
a man with balls. Obviously, I'm ballless.
No, you're not at all. You did the right thing.
How is it? Explain to me. Obviously,
at the time, because
8 years ago, it made sense to me to do the right thing, because I'm sick of people in radio.
That's exactly it. You were tired of radio people, and that's what a radio person would do. This is what a little stunt to go out.
Well, he was just in this because they were looking for somebody else, and they didn't even give him the heads up to be able to go find another job.
Was he really? Does he really look like a big hero? And now who's going to hire him? Oh, this is the guy that threw the fit in Jacksonville. Do we really want to hire him? What if he gets mad at us?
How about you don't dick him around and this doesn't happen?
We don't know that he's a stable human being. He got on a broadcast station and just quit.
Hey, he didn't cuss. He didn't do anything that's against FCC rules. So, he didn't get the station in trouble.
I wouldn't hire him as a program director.
Seriously.
Mm-mm. If that's what you went out on your last station, if I piss you off, I don't know you're not going to do it to me. Granted, they're good.
Even though the current management was screwing him around, just like the Eagle was doing me, jacking me around. We'll get you a contract. They had no intent of getting me a contract until they thought I was talking to somebody else. All of a sudden, that was job one. We got to get him something on paper. And then they bring back some pathetic offer for cash.
I remember that. You went, I threw it in the back of my closet, and I'm going to look at it.
I knew it was going to piss me off as soon as I opened it up. I let it sit for a couple of days. I opened it up, and I'll be damned, I was right.
Again, CBS didn't even believe that you were number one in the mornings and not under contract. They went, you're not reading that right. Bring it to us.
No, I brought them I had to bring them the old contract and prove to them.
They went, no, you're not.
Not only had the contract expired, the non-compete had already run out. I'm a fool.
I think you signed the cocktail napkin with your salary almost that day because they went, let's meet now. We just read your contract. You're out.
Yeah.
What was going on? So thanks for nothing. Rotten Hellcox Radio. I am gone.
Pussy, what'd you start a song for?
You don't do dead air.
You do
He's
dead
a
air?
professional.
I'm gonna replan this when I leave. I'm gonna get it right when I leave CBS. Dead air. I'm gonna masturbate on the console. I'm gonna let them listen.
Well, here we have, ways of locking the doors. Most stations don't.
And then I'm gonna let this thing just go dead.
I bet he didn't play the jam. I bet they had someone finally running in there going.
You didn't hear anybody go, like kick the door open and go, "Hey, the hell out!" and hit a button or something.
Wish I had another job so I could do that right now.
Why would that make you feel any better?
Because I blew it 8 years ago.
No, you didn't. You didn't look like a buffoon, a jilted lover that this guy did. And again, he didn't have a job yet. That's probably he can do it. He shouldn't have done this. Because again, if I'm across town at Jack, I wouldn't hire him.
Gavin.
Yeah.
Would you hire a jock that quit on the air?
I'd have some serious questions about how he went about it.
Even though that he was possibly getting screwed around. You know the whole scenario with me and
yeah.
Clear Channel.
Yeah, I think you definitely took the high road. But I respect you a great deal for that.
He just called you a pussy.
No, I did not. I respect you a great deal.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I respect you a great deal for doing that.
Because I didn't quit on the air.
Right. You know what? I mean, you have great respect. Oh, I'm not. This isn't going to come out right. You have great respect for radio stations.
Well, the Eagle was home.
Well, that's what
and you
I'm
didn't
saying.
feel like you wanted to slam it on your way out.
So don't look at the people. I think you would look at it as you didn't want to slam the home. And now you have a new home.
And I'm going to torch this bitch when I leave.
No! This is a great place.
We know what he's capable of now. He was in his infancy back then.
You were still in your 30s.
I still don't get why I let them off, because they had treated me like nothing but piss from the first day that Tom Shore took over that station.
You could have done it that day on the air. I mean, the day you knew it was your last day. You didn't want to. You told me over and over and over, shut up, I'm not going to do that. Wouldn't it be fun? The people will know where you're going. Get a limo. You could be on the air over there in 5 minutes.
Said that actually on the air.
7:15.
I've had it with this place. The coffee blows. They got fresh coffee over at CBS. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
And you know how many dials would have gone, oh my God, is he really doing it? Is he really going over there?
There's been media coverage.
Mm-hmm. Good coverage.
Been free publicity. I could have pitched it all morning. Coming up at 8:50.
Huge announcement.
Got a big announcement. They'd have never seen that coming.
No. It's going to be awesome. You won't believe. This is radio first. Kind of was. Would have been.
All right. You ready You ready to finish news, Dan?
Sure.
Oh, you guys want to hear JD's Bears story?
Oh, yeah.
Edited?
Yeah. This is so unfair. You made me read this story.
So?
It's not like something I wanted to say.
Mm.
Blackers that live around urban areas. I specifically read that so you couldn't put things together. No,
so what?
I failed miserably.
Hold on. What is it, Corey?
Yeah, you got your digital board yet?
I'll be damned.
Oh, Corey.
Gavin!
What?
Where's my digital board?
We're going through awful economic times.
That will be their new excuse for you to not get
with
it.
their cutbacks with CBS?
With CBS now, it's a different game. When we promised you that board, things were rosy. Things not so rosy today. No digital board.
When things were rosy with the economy, I wasn't getting a digital board.
But you were on the list to get a digital board. Now, not so much.
I ain't on no list.
Well, you'll be on the list as soon as K-Love gets theirs, then you'll get yours. You're on the list.
You don't give me a digital board, you're going to get yours. So we're going through tough economic times?
Yeah, absolutely.
How tough is it going to be if I quit?
Why would you quit?
Because I want a digital board.
Aw.
I want to be digital.
You are digital.
You're about to be. Dre, go stick your finger in his ass.
No.
I want some kind of answer by the end of the week, or I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
Oh, that's not fair.
Flat.
You'll
It's
do
not
it.
fair. We accepted you with open arms 8 years ago.
You weren't even here 8 years ago. You were too busy starting your network in Vegas so you could hire all your buddies when you moved to Dallas.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
It's not.
Oh, what about my latest hire, Ben and Skin? They weren't my buddies. I didn't even know them.
How'd that happen?
I interviewed.
They ever work in Vegas?
No.
They ever live in Vegas?
No.
Do they have friends in Vegas?
What about Boston?
No.
How'd they get the job?
No connection. Because I interviewed them, I felt as though they were right for the job.
That's crazy. How'd they get the job?
I'm telling you, that's how they got the job.
Well, either you get me a digital board or flip open your little black book from Vegas, because you're going to have a hole in the afternoon.
No. No, don't leave this radio station. This radio station loves you. This radio station cares about you.
I ain't feeling it.
Oh.
I'll go back to Clear Channel.
No, do what?
It's new people over there.
Why would you do that?
They've talked to me before. They give a man some TLC.
We give you plenty of TLC.
I don't get nothing around here but chaffed.
Oh. Treated like gold around here.
You planning anything for my birthday on Saturday?
Yeah?
Well, the mud's on the face.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Aren't slip-ups. Shepard Smith and anybody else on Fox, anytime they let one slip, that's not an error. They're doing that intentionally.
Why would they do it?
It happens too many times. You very seldom hear the C word on CNN.
He's just saying something and he stopped. I mean, I'm guilty of it myself. You say something and you say it incorrectly or you stutter. Well, nobody would do that on purpose.
It had to.
Management doesn't think that's cute.
It's on cable, so you can get away with it. That's why there are no fines to go along with it.
Why would it?
Shepard Smith's dropped the C word a couple of times. Trey, did you pull those?
Yes.
Some chick trying to say top cop, and she blew it a couple of times.
Yeah. Well, that's tricky.
She said it twice.
The exact same way?
Yeah.
I don't think people do that on purpose. I can't imagine that endears them to the news community. They don't look any better. They don't look cute. They look like buffoons.
If that's the template for Fox.
Do you only watch it just to see when they're going to drop some nasty word?
Sure. It's marketing if you think about it. The clips get posted on YouTube. People play them on radio shows.
Well, that's true.
And they've been too blatant. The one from Shepard Smith, I think, it happened this week?
Yes.
We saw activity by the Fed today, and I don't to go into details what they did. Of course, they can take responsive action.
The Fed and countries around the world fed
See, just slipped up. Mm-mm. And that was on even broadcast. You couldn't get fined for that because you were saying the word, what he said. I don't even get close to it.
It's intentional. It's still not a slip-up.
We saw activity by the Fed today, and I don't to go into details what they did. Of course, they can take responsive action.
The Fed and countries around the world fed in put money in, and it didn't
do that on purpose.
All right. There's one of the news chicks. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
This first clip. I don't know. I had a digital board. I wouldn't have to do this.
Militants. The deputy police chief says 6 officers were killed, including the district's top after the
twice.
Well, she just got herself rattled. Then you get rattled and you try to. I've almost done that myself.
Militants. The deputy police chief says 6 officers were killed, including the district's top cop after the vehicle they were riding in was sprayed with bullets. 3 other officers were hurt in the attack. And those are your latest headlines. I'm Jane Skinner. Time now to send you back to Shepard, who is live.
Who will probably drop the C word on her.
Oh, he's got an apprentice.
Where? Just outside of Memphis.
South Carolina Gamecocks. She's a big fan. Go South Carolina. You know, Steve Spurrier is a coach there now, Janie.
And then here's Shepard Smith talking about, is it J-Lo?
Yes.
This is the first one I remember.
J-Lo's new song, Jenny from the Block, all about Lopez roots, about how she's still a neighborhood gal at heart. But folks from that street in New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or block party.
That wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
No, you think they have meetings over at Fox to go, hey, work
Absolutely.
You can.
Yes.
Yeah, because they could send YouTube a C&D and say, pull that stuff down.
All this sits on the internet.
Well,
if you were really concerned about it or your journalistic integrity, you'd have all these yanked off the internet.
Once it's out there,
you could still have it yanked off YouTube or any place else.
Do that on purpose, though.
Why would you not think that?
Well, but it just doesn't make any sense. Why would a news person go
Dan,
out of his
just
way?
explain it to you.
Have to think ahead and almost write that into the script.
They read off a teleprompter, and I guarantee you that teleprompter said blowjob on it.
And plus, if you think about it, that phrase, that term, has nothing to do with what he's talking about.
I've done that.
Curb job. No. There's no way to segue into the other one.
A neighborhood gal at heart. But folks from that street in New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or block party.
See?
Yeah.
Blowjob, block party.
I know.
Nowhere close. Alfie, what did the guy on line 1 want?
I completely forgot. I'm sorry.
Well, we'll give you time to think about it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. He said that Fox News has been doing this ever since Rupert Murdoch bought them.
And he loves blowjobs.
I don't know this.
That's why that started.
So how long has this been going on, really? I mean, before the J-Lo thing? Anybody know?
Before this story?
Well, the J-Lo thing's a year or so old.
No, it's older than that.
Doesn't matter. Rupert Murdoch is behind all this.
Yeah, I got to be honest.
He's a big fan of and BJ's.
If he is, brilliant marketing. Dan's right, because he goes up on YouTube and millions of people watch it. And there's probably 6 links to every one of them.
New York, the Bronx section, sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or block party. The New York Post, we're sorry about that slip up there. I have no idea how that happened.
No.
But it won't happen again. And that's your news and the G-Block as Fox reports this Monday, November the 4th, 2002.
This clip goes on another 10 seconds. Does he drop anything else? No. What, John?
It's in 2002. That's been going on quite a while. Maybe you're right. Maybe they sat around Fox and hey, the only way anyone's going to ever watch Fox News is when we start sliding this stuff in.
You can count on at least one a day. That's why sometimes during the breaks, I'll sit in the studio and I'll watch Fox News just to see if Shepard Smith's going to slip another gash on us.
It's brilliant marketing if they did it, but I just have a hard time believing it's some kind of memo floating around Fox.
Bronx section sound more likely to give her a curb job than a blow job or block party.
Good boy.
And when he slipped the C word in,
you get a bonus.
Start of an investigation which they genuinely believe is going to uncover.
Oh, I haven't played this one yet, have I?
No.
Is this new?
No, but it's quite flagrant.
Okay.
Start of an investigation which they genuinely believe is going to uncover tens of millions of dollars in healthcare fraud.
Wow. Jonathan live in our...
What? See? All right, you guys are right. How the hell would they even get close to that?
I don't care.
Start of an investigation which they genuinely believe is going to uncover tens of millions of dollars in healthcare fraud.
Wow. Jonathan live in our Southern California newsroom. He was once right.
Please, pick another word. You're wearing that one out.
Are you about to say something, Trey? Then he go on and explain how he did it.
The guy's name is...
Watch it.
hunt.
Okay.
So, but I really, if there's one word that you really stay away from,
yeah, your brain puts this big, well, except when I said it, your brain puts this big alarm going off when you.
Hey, yeah, I'm coming up on a word that ends in unt. Get it right.
Think about it.
It's hunt. Get it on. No, he don't do that. And I had to.
He didn't even stumble.
I had to go out of my way when I did the weather when I worked in Greenville because you would say Greenville, Hunt County.
I understand. Yes.
Every single time you did it, there was a chance it was going to come out.
Big pause. He doesn't seem to like Hunt County. He always pauses before he says it.
They just changed the name of the county. I didn't get nothing from the tax assessor. What was that vote?
Great signs.
Did we get a new deputy or something?
Hillary Clinton buy property?
Did you buy all of it?
Of an investigation which they genuinely believe is going to uncover tens of millions of dollars in healthcare fraud.
Wow. Jonathan live in our...
Call me!
You're lucky on via satellite.
Yeah, and you're surprised before they cut him off.
What'd you say? Uncover tens of millions of dollars in healthcare fraud.
Wow. And he likes to point out that they got a live one.
Jonathan live in our Southern California newsroom. He was once right.
Didn't even correct it.
Yeah, he's done it so often.
They slide on this one. They love that.
He's a seasoned pro.
Was that all the ones that you found?
Those are just my Shepherd's ones.
Were the other ones still on Fox, though?
Oh, there's a bunch more just on Fox News. I just was looking for Shepard Smith.
Maybe it is, because if it's only happening on Fox and nowhere else, then the only correlation would be they've said, it's okay if.
But if Wolf Blitzer did it.
He just talked about the blacks.
Being so poor and so black. Didn't stop, didn't try to do any correction, no apologies. Maybe nobody caught it.
At that point, you're thinking, I'll just move forward. If I make a big deal about it, people will pick up on it. No.
You thought wrong, dude. All right. Ready to finish news, Dan?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, Gavin?
Well, I might as well tell you so you don't think that I didn't get you something for your birthday.
Hold on. What is it?
We're going to have a surprise birthday party for you Saturday night.
Why are you telling me?
Well, because you're wondering, and now I got to get you in that location. I was going to try to somehow cleverly get you there, but I'm going to tell you now.
Well, I'm not going to be too flabbergasted.
Well, because you're going to accuse me, and I know you're going to say that I didn't prepare and that I haven't been planning for a birthday party. And I did. And this is a great present.
What?
Well, you always talk about wanting to skate on Miami Beach and roller skate, so I'm throwing a surprise roller skate party for you Saturday night at Interstate in Louisville.
That's my gift?
Yeah, man, it's a skating party. How fun is that? We throw back the 70s. I got Chloe to DJ.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Was it something he planned before today?
Mom.
Did he come up with this during the break?
Yes, actually, no. He's had it for a while.
How far in advance?
Like a month. At least a month or two.
Well, so why you tell me all of a sudden?
Because it's coming up on that day, and I was going to ask you what you're going to do on Saturday night, but of course you just accused me of not being ready for your birthday this year.
Why would you think I'd want a skating party?
Because how cool is that? That's different. That's original.
Maybe because we all had so much fun at the bowling.
Yeah.
That we did not too long
That's not
ago.
the same thing.
I know. Oh, it absolutely is, man.
Similar.
Put on our tight shorts and go around the skating rink. That's so fun.
Where is this?
Interstate in Louisville. Right off 121.
No.
Come on, Russ. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I used to come skating when I worked at the skating rink.
Shut up. That was 10 years ago.
Okay.
It was in my youth. What is it, Alfie?
guy on line 4 says that we've had this in planning stages for a while.
How does he know?
Well, he's heard promos for it.
For a surprise party?
Sorta.
Well, what is it?
Well,
what is it?
It's a station event.
You little wombat.
So during the break, he went, I can make this into a surprise party.
Is it a station event, Gavin?
There'll be people there from the station. Yeah, absolutely.
Promos in 6.
Are there promos running?
Yeah.
Does it mention my name?
I don't know.
We're throwing the clock back on Saturday night, October 4th. As all your favorite personalities on Live 105.3 go roller skating with you.
You're paying me for this.
It's an appearance.
Man.
You booked an appearance and you try and pass it off as a birthday party for me?
I would never. If I meant... No.
I wish I was on Fox right now.
No.
I think you got this one coming.
You booked me for an appearance on my birthday and you're going to try and pass it off as a party so you don't have to pay me an appearance fee?
No. If I put your name in that promo, then it wouldn't be a surprise.
We're throwing the clock back on Saturday night, October 4th. As all your favorite personalities on Live 105.3 go roller skating with you. Join us at Interskate in Louisville as we bring back all your memories, including slow skate, couple skate, and lots of disco. Of course, we're also throwing back the price since it's only $10.53 per couple. Come skate and party with us old school for our...
And you're charging people to get in.
Well, yeah.
And you try and squirrel me into an appearance, get me to do it for nothing, and then you pass it off as some type of celebration.
It is a celebration. We're celebrating your birthday.
You're charging people to get in.
It's original. It's great. It's fun. It's throwback.
It's a station appearance. I'm not going.
You can call it whatever you want. I look at it as a surprise birthday party for you. The fact that I rented out an arena for you.
didn't rent.
Gavin.
You can spin it however you want, Russ.
I'm sorry, we're in the no spin zone.
Put your name in it, it wouldn't have been a surprise. Brilliant.
Yeah. Don't put your name in it. Don't mention your birthday.
No.
That way it'll just fly under the radar, and there's no way that you'll pick up on it. Well, you did a dandy job because I won't be there.
You should go. It's going to be a great time. It's your birthday.
It's not. And I'm not going to spend my birthday at a roller rink.
Why not?
Take me out in the center by myself on my roller skates. Give me some, what do they give them?
Give you like a little trophy that's a little skate on it. This is happy birthday.
Well, hell yes.
we have you lead the hokey pokey. Seriously, that's
what he had planned?
Yes.
Well, why did we do it now? Why didn't we wait for something like his 50th birthday party? Shoot off.
I mean, obviously they're doing it now while I can still walk. No, but thank you, Gavin.
Oh, great.
I appreciate all the planning.
Come on, Russ.
I can't. I've got to be someplace else in the country.
It'll be a great way to relax on a Saturday night for your birthday.
I'll be someplace else. I'm traveling.
Party hat?
Mm-mm. Keep the trophy. Give it to somebody else. Go ahead, Dan.
A website called sexiestparty.com is where you can vote on the hotness of regular people, and people have uploaded their pictures to the website, and you rank how hot they are. But you don't find out their political affiliation until after you vote. Right now, the Republicans are slightly hotter than the Democrats.
Well, McCain's got to pull that average way down.
These are regular people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You look at the two conventions, that's not far off. The Republicans were just a little bit better looking than the Democrats. Overall, just the crowd shots.
But as far as the candidates go,
no.
Barack's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I think so. Very much.
Clean, well-spoken. Biden's not bad-looking. Now, with McCain, when he was younger, he was good-looking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Navy pilot, veteran.
But Palin's the only thing they got going for them as far as
looks go, but that's okay. As far as we don't really vote, we shouldn't be voting for looks, should we? Voting for policies?
If you've got nothing else to go on,
change.
No.
They've actually done studies and surveys before where people have absolutely admitted to voting for the better-looking candidate. And it may have been a situation if they couldn't decide either way because on, a platform, I'll just take the good-looking guy. Because at least I can stand to look at him for 4 years.
And after the presidential debates in 60, when you had JFK and Nixon looked so bad on television, that's one of the things that lost him the election.
Me too, sure.
They just said he looked like a goon.
Well, he looks downs and...
Well, he did look like he had taken a shave in a month and a half. Kennedy was good-looking, young, nice posture. You got Nixon over in the corner.
I hunched over. I'm wearing a raincoat.
I'm going to give him a moment here in a minute. Zoom out. I'll make Johnson cry.
They go out of their way to try to make the guys look similar. Similar heights, similar makeup, lighting.
Well, they did that with who
was the one? It was Al Gore with the makeup that was so horrible. It looked like somebody had painted him like a baby doll.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But they also did that with Bush and who did he?
Kerry.
John Kerry. They stuck Bush on a peach box during the debates, just so one wasn't that much taller.
They had to. You have to get the podiums for that split screen look. Like, I can't get them both in the shot, boss.
We're going to need 2 more yellow pages. Podium on the left.
Yeah, Mr. President, have a seat right there.
Don't worry about you like touching the ground. Somebody will pick you up later. Just kick them and be happy.
And do us a favor, strap this little seatbelt around your waist. We don't want you to fall out.
Happened again.
So we go pick up POTUS.
Our president's got SIDS.
Which is really impressive because he's like 58.
What if they do that from time to time? Go in the Oval Office, make sure Bush hasn't slipped between the walls.
The only person in the room not laughing is Trey. That's a little funny.
Pull him out. Slap him on the ass.
It's the only president when he goes to bed has to wear a life alert button. Got the silver bars in the shower.
A monitor on him.
How are we doing, Chloe? Right now? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
We can celebrate this is the celebration.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Daniel, what do you got?
All right. I actually have a couple of problems in Fort Worth to tell you about. 820 southbound before you get to I-20, you have an accident, which is actually just on the shoulder, and that has that blocked, and that has everyone stacking up to Meadowbrook. Also, Fort Worth 287 southbound between Will Barger and Loop 820. You have slow traffic due to the crash on 820 southbound right there at I-20. And also, just keep your eye out for in Dallas 20 eastbound before Bonnie View. You have the trailer that flipped over on the left shoulder. And everyone's still kind of piling up to Lancaster Road. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. 62 for the low tonight, then sunshine all the way through the weekend. Actually, it's still kind of warm. 92 by Saturday. It's 85 now at Live 105.3.
How hard was that citizenship test that you guys were talking about?
It's pretty hard.
Why is that in the news?
Because they changed it up. They modified it.
How many questions on it?
100.
The way they do it is they have a pool of 100 questions, and then your actual test could be up to 10 of those.
Yeah, like studying for an SAT.
Exactly.
Basically.
Or a test. Yes, whatever it is.
Here's the old one, here's the new one. You want to flip through some of them?
Have the answers?
Yes.
Well, don't let me see it.
Oh, okay. You want me to actually take the test? Okay. I'll just run through some of these then. What is the supreme law of the land?
Constitution.
What does the Constitution do? 3 things.
Provides for the common defense.
No.
Establishes.
That's a good word.
Establishes. What?
Sets up the government, defines the government, protects basic rights of Americans.
All right.
What is an amendment?
It's an addition to the Constitution.
Or a change. Very good.
Thank you. It's an amendment.
You'll know this one. What do you call the first 10 amendments of the Constitution?
Bill of Rights.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How many amendments?
Sorry.
Your fat finger one of them there?
Yeah.
How many amendments does the Constitution have?
12.
No.
More?
Other tree knows this, yes.
How many?
27.
He's correct.
Nope.
What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? 2 rights that you have by the Declaration of Independence.
Freedom of religion?
No. You hear these 3 thrown together all the time.
Pursuit of happiness?
That's one of them.
How many do I got to get?
2 out of 3.
Pursuit of happiness and a new car. California missions.
Life and liberty.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have here we can do for you. You'll get that one easy. What stops one branch of the government from becoming too powerful?
The balance of powers?
Close.
Yeah, checks and checks. Balances. All right.
I think we've done this one before. How many U.S. senators are there?
100.
Good. Very nice.
Are you sure?
It sounds like when he asked Gavin about his birthday. Yeah. Let's see here. How many voting members in the House of Representatives?
432.
Very close. 435. I wouldn't even know that.
I'll take that one.
Who does a U.S. senator represent?
Me.
Well, all the people of his state.
All right.
Let's see here. We know that one. We know that one.
It seems to me like what you're doing, Russ, is you know the answer, but you think it's too easy, so that couldn't possibly be it.
No, I don't really know it.
Well,
Is this the new test or the old test?
This is the new one.
Yeah, that's the new one. They changed it up instead of, they're making them more open-ended.
Meaning what?
Well, it's like the way he's reading. It's like, what does the Constitution do? Not, what does the Constitution do? And here's your multiple choice answers.
Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Some of these get a little harder, like there are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Women?
Yes, that's one of them.
Blacks?
Yes.
People with baby arms?
No, that's not on there. 18 years old and...
well, they need to get on that.
You don't have to pay, and you don't have to pay a poll tax to vote any longer. What is one of the responsibilities of a U.S. citizen? There's 2 of them here.
To uphold the Constitution.
And that's not what they're listing here. One responsibility that is only for U.S. citizens. I'm sorry. Only.
I don't understand the question.
One responsibility that is only for United States citizens.
Pay taxes.
Doesn't say that here, no?
Well, what are they?
Serve on a jury and vote in federal elections.
That's a responsibility.
That's what it says. One of the
It's not an obligation.
It's a responsibility. Name one of their rights only for U.S. citizens. That's the same thing. Never mind. Let me come on. There's just
it was nice of you to go through these and pick out questions ahead of time.
Here.
Just read anything.
What is one reason colonists came to America? There's 6 of them.
Taxation without representation.
Yes. Escape persecution.
You said 1.
All right.
Now let me in.
So you win.
Do I make it?
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? You should know that.
Thomas Edison.
Thomas. Moving on up to the east side.
Wheezy? Thomas Bentley.
No, Jefferson.
No.
Thomas Wheezy.
Wheezy Jefferson.
Oh, God. And when was the, you won't know this, when was the Constitution written?
Written?
When was it written?
1781.
1787. That was closer than I thought you'd get. What territory did the U.S. buy from France in 1803? Who the hell would know all this crap and get in this country?
That one's easy.
Yeah. The Gap.
No. All right, it's easy. I think you get in for that anyway.
Well, he showed a lot of spunk. Let him pass.
Let you answer it. You know it?
Louisiana Purchase.
And Louisiana, right.
Not in Louisiana.
It says Louisiana and the Louisiana Purchase.
Well, that includes Louisiana. That's why they call it that. That's why it's on the contract.
And at the time, there was only Louisiana. Louisiana, part of Texas, Oklahoma, and it keeps on going northwest.
Name one problem that led to our Civil War.
That's a setup. Slavery.
That's one of them. Economic reasons and states' rights were the other one.
All right.
Name one war fought by the U.S. in the 1900s.
Rose Bowl.
No.
The War of 1812? Or is that?
Name one war fought by the U.S. in the 1900s, it says here.
I thought you said 19th century.
Oh, one war.
That was fought in, yeah.
All right. World War I.
That's one of them.
World War II.
That's another one.
Vietnam was actually a police action. So was Korea, so I don't know if they count those.
Persian Gulf.
All right.
Is the other one. And who was the president during World War I?
Ford.
No. Woodrow Wilson. Who was the president during the Great Depression and World War II? We just talked about this the other day.
Hoover.
No. Franklin. Helping you. Delano. Smith. Who did we? Three people that we fought in the World War II countries.
France. No.
Not according to these folks.
Germany.
Yes.
Japanese.
Yes. One more.
Australia.
No. And what movement tried to end racial discrimination? That's easy.
Civil Rights Act?
Civil Rights Movement, correct.
All right. I don't believe they'd let me in.
You've done fine.
I didn't get any of them. I thought Wheezy Jefferson signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, that one.
Just for hearing that on the air, I'm surprised I don't go to Mexico tomorrow.
Hello. Would you take this test again? I guess they give you a ton of time to study for this. You know the guy that Ali, our friend, that took the test?
Yeah.
How long is there a book besides obvious the history books?
I don't know. I just know he took it. There was some big ceremony, and I went, and it was inspiring because you had these people that were that anxious to get into this country and that proud to be there that when they took their oath of citizenship, a lot of them teared up.
Well, they've worked really, really hard to do that and probably taken a lot of time and a lot of money, or things we just take for granted, like voting.
I'm not voting because I don't like the candidates.
That's not a good reason.
That's the best reason.
It's still a right that you have as an American citizen that's just given to you.
And you also have a right,
It's
I can't
not
believe I'm
given.
defending him on this, you also have a right to choose not to vote if you don't like the candidates.
I suppose it just seems to me that's, there's...
You can't use the excuse, well, if you don't vote, you can't complain. The hell I can. I'm still paying taxes, and they're still squandering it, and we're still having economic woes. I can complain day in and day out, and I will.
You can complain, but you're not helping change anything by putting people in the place that might...
So you give me two people that I don't really think are going to be the best choices for this country, and I got to pick one.
Okay, if you could pick anybody, who would you pick? Anybody. Not that you're running. Anybody.
Wheezy. Or Florence the Maid.
You're going to Mexico in the morning.
Yeah, Brian?
Yes, my wife just took the test about a month and a half ago.
How many questions on it?
Well, that's the thing. You actually don't take the test. It's not like you get a written test and take it. It's questions throughout a conversation. So it's like if me and you are talking, and I'm like, Russ, how you doing? And, I'm doing good. So how many stars are on the flag?
Oh, it's just an oral exam then. You just sit here and talk to you.
That's right. I remember that from last year.
Basically, yeah. So basically, it's a conversation, and you know, they ask you questions, and you answer throughout the conversation, and they got a pen and paper, and you either pass or you don't pass.
Oh,
and
I hate those.
basically, my wife had them all memorized, so by the, you know, they were like, "Oh, you studied," so it was real easy for her.
So how many questions did she think they went through?
I think she said they asked her like 7 or 8.
Where is she from?
Mexico.
No.
She moved here when she was 14.
How long ago was that?
She's 23 right now, so.
And she probably knows more about our history right now than you do, certainly more than I do.
Oh, I learned some history whenever I was helping her study.
Why so long from 14 to 26 or whatever?
That she wanted to be a citizen?
Yeah.
When she moved, her stepdad is a citizen, so she's a permanent resident. And we got married, and they were doubling the price on how much it was going to cost to be a citizen. So we're like, holy crap, we got to save some money, and might as well go ahead and get the process started. So that's why we did it.
Why are we bumping up the cost for citizenship, especially when you don't have to cough up anything?
I have no.
Well, they know they can get it.
Well, what is the price currently?
I think we paid $400 or $500, something like that.
That's going to go up to $1,000 or so.
Yeah, it's going to go like $800 to $1,000.
And that money goes just into the coffers somewhere? There's no expense to giving this test?
I don't know, but I know it was a long process, and basically, you know.
All right, thanks.
Why do it take so long?
I don't know. I'm just glad I was born here.
Yeah. Exactly. You'd have to be studying for this and taking this.
I'm not going to give them $500 to stay.
Oh, you would too. As to go compared to going and living where? Where would you rather live?
They don't make you take tests in Mexico.
You want to live in Mexico? You've been there. Is that the government you really want to work under?
They seem nice enough.
No, they didn't. Yeah, okay.
What, Dan?
Price of becoming a U.S. citizen will double, and green card fees will triple later this summer. But hang on.
Who do they think they're going to get that from?
Well, this was actually last year when this story came out, so that's all this has already happened. Immigration officials said back on July 30th of 2007, they were raising fees to help with services, hire more workers, and improve systems to process applications. The fee to become a U.S. citizen is $675.
How many apps could they go through?
Oh, a ton. I mean,
they're certainly not going through the majority of people that are coming here.
Well, there are people that wait years to just finally.
And why is that? Why does it take so long? If it's a test, give me a cash, go sit there, I'll be there in a minute.
Because technically our government only issues a certain number of citizenships every year.
Okay, millions want to come in and we only issue 200,000.
Exactly.
Okay.
I believe somebody slipped under the fence on this one. All right. You need illegal ID? All right, 6:10, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. The defense yesterday rested in O.J. Simpson's armed robbery and kidnapping trial. Today, the prosecution might have called some rebuttal witnesses, but if things move quickly enough, the case could be in the hands of the jury by around now. O.J. and co-defendant Clarence Stewart have pleaded not guilty to 12 charges, each including armed robbery and kidnapping. They're looking at 5 years to life if convicted.
I still don't know, as a jury, how you'd put any credence into the testimony of all the cretins that rolled over on O.J.
They've all admitted some of them would take money. I was there. Yeah, there's no credence in any of that.
And you're still going to have to prove with audio or some type of video that O.J. said bring guns. I think he did. I think it was his plan. But as a jury, you got a bunch of goons that are testifying against O.J. that were actually the ones carrying the weapons. I have to find him innocent just based on them.
The only really damning thing is when they play the audio, somebody says, put the gun down. Not, holy mackerel, what are you doing with the gun? Totally different reaction. If I knew they were there, I'm just going to say, hey, put the gun away. That proves that somebody knew they were coming. And the only person who would have set that up would have been O.J.
Well, you also go back and look at the people he associated with. You just assume they're carrying guns.
If I'm a jury, just knowing the little I do, I probably would say convict.
Yeah, but you know what? If he told them to bring a gun, why would he say put it down?
Because we've shown it. We brought it. You've shown it. Now put it away.
And why bring all the guys unless you were planning on a show of force? Guns, knives, or anything else that O.J.'s partial to.
But if there are two guys in there, you're a big guy and you're bringing 4 or 5 other guys with you, that in and of itself is a show of force. You've got a goon squad.
You'd have to look at that. You got that many guys there. If you're
already
there just to be intimidating, then you really don't need any weapons.
It's just, like I said, just an extra thing. And he never in his life thinks he's going to get caught. He got off the other one.
I got cash. He gets off on this one.
At least I think there's going to be a hung jury.
There are too many variables here, and there's too many he said.
And all of them are thugs.
Yeah, without anything tangible, you're going to have to let him go.
I suppose.
Possibly, like Everett said yesterday, maybe on the kidnapping charge in Vegas, because you can tell by the audio, they were held against their will. So they get him on that one.
And here's the other thing. If they one time bring up the murder trial in jury deliberations and that comes out, that's going to...
How could that ever come out? Doesn't that stuff say sealed in the room, right?
But a juror can go to the judge and say...
We all talked about how he cut the heads off.
Yeah.
Done. Everything starts all over again. Well, probably, don't you think a lawyer would say, by the way, when you go in there, don't bring up anything other than this trial?
The judge has already admonished the jury about that, which is already in the back of their heads.
I suppose. And when you bring it up, you're going to throw the whole thing back into retrial.
Or they just drop it all together. I don't think there's anything tangible enough to nail OJ on the armed robbery. The kidnapping, yeah. The rest of it, I bet he skates.
I don't think it's bad. Whatever he did, it wasn't bad enough to go to prison for the rest of his life, other than the other thing.
Thanks for that concession.
You're welcome.
And possibly that's the way they address it in the jury room. There's no way that he should go to prison for this for 100 years. Now for that other thing. But you know the other thing.
We can't talk about. Watch my fingers.
Two of them. All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right. Recently, a marketing firm asked men and women which activities made them the happiest. So here are the 10 things that make men the happiest. Number 10, learning something new. 9, drinking with friends. 8, helping out a friend. Enjoying great food and wine.
Where's porn?
And exercise tied at 8. Surfing the internet came in at number 3.
Well, it's not the same.
They assume that would be porn for guys, at least partially.
Yeah, and actually, that ranked higher than having actual sex, what came in at number 5.
Well, that's pretty sad. Real sex is number 5, and fake sex is number 3.
Well, if you're spending enough time surfing the internet for the really freaky good porn, that's going to really kind of blow your normal sex life out of the water.
Everything you need's on the internet.
I know, but it's not real. It's not another person. It's not...
Sex is all in your mind anyway.
No, it's not. It's all about touching and feeling. And
that's happening?
By somebody else.
Well, sometimes I sit on my hand till it falls asleep, and it...
You do okay, I understand. No, that's pathetic. That's not pathetic. I believe you said it out loud.
I can't either.
Go to the next story, Dan.
Do you want to know what makes women happy?
No.
What did you just ask?
The obvious question. Former astronaut Buzz Aldrin, the second man to allegedly walk on the moon.
Thank you.
Doesn't say that in the story. CNN didn't write that.
I'm writing my own news.
I just like the headline. Read it again.
Former astronaut Buzz Aldrin, the second man to allegedly walk on the moon, is working on a memoir about his alleged triumphs in space and the hard times back on Earth. Magnificent Desolation, The Long Road Home from the Moon, allegedly, will be published next year by Harmony Books in time for the 40th anniversary of the staged Apollo 11 landing.
Read the story. Isn't he the guy that popped some reporter that asked him, did we really go to the moon? And he's like...
Is this Aldrin?
Yeah, Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah, I think it was him.
That was him.
The guy confronted him, threw out all the conspiracies as far as not going to the moon. I think it was Aldrin.
It was.
It was. Roundhousing right in the puss.
Well, good. You got it coming. If I would go to the moon, I'd risk my life.
Why are you being defensive?
Because
why are you being defensive?
I'm an American hero, and you're saying I faked it. I did something courageous, and you're saying I'm a liar and a cheat and a faker. I'll knock you out, too, if I went to the moon and risked my life for this country and our space exploration.
What are you going to show me to prove that you went to the moon? Oh, a rock.
Well, we have moon rocks.
You certainly don't.
No place to get those around here.
Have pictures. We have... People followed us. We went.
Why is it that rock you just showed me says greetings from Vegas?
That's the wrong rock. Give it back to me.
Those tags are hard to get on. Why really would he be so defensive?
Because he's probably heard it more than once or twice in his life.
Why do you think that?
Because there are idiots that walk around that think we didn't go to the moon, and he probably just had enough of it. And if I've risked my life for this country as well as for exploration, done something amazingly brave, and somebody went, I bet you didn't go. I bet you're going to the floor. For real.
How do you equate that as being a hero?
That is
going to the moon.
Space hero? Oh, my God. You're kidding me. Guys that went up in space anytime, even today, much less 40 years ago.
I'm thinking of them as heroes.
They were risking their lives.
Military, police, fire, day in and day out, going to the moon, going to Vegas. No.
You go to Vegas. You're risking your life for exploration. That's amazing. I can't believe you wouldn't think that the astronauts are heroes.
I don't think of them as heroes.
The first one's got huge ticker tape parades for some reason.
It was all over television. It looked like a big deal.
It is a big deal. To get in a spaceship and go to
the big production.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were on Apollo 11's lunar module, which landed in Arizona July 20th, 1969.
Dan, just eat it.
Do we need a break? All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Cheers.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Daniel, what else you got?
Searchers have found the wreckage of Steve Fawcett's airplane in California's rugged Sierra Nevada just over a year after the millionaire adventurer vanished in a solo flight, and the craft appears to have hit the mountainside head-on. Sheriff John Anderson said it appeared to me just looking at the pictures that it was a head-on crash into the side of a mountain, into a rock. The plane moved up in an upward direction for 100 feet or so and disintegrated. The engine was found about 300 feet farther than the fuselage.
I think he bailed out. Let the plane fly into the side of a mountain and it vanished.
Why would he do that? He's a millionaire. He's got everything in the world going for him.
People vanish for a lot of different reasons.
They found remains this afternoon.
Maybe I didn't want to talk about that on the air and push this bit for a while.
I'm sorry.
So what does that mean?
Up until a couple hours ago, they hadn't found him.
I didn't know that. I still think he vanished. Now you've ruined my stance on this.
No, that could actually be
Big killer. Nazi.
That was the big story this morning, is they found the plane, but nobody.
Humor Hitler.
Goose stepped all over his bit.
JD and I actually talked about that before the show. At that point, they hadn't found any remains. One of the, I guess it was the sheriff of the area.
Yeah.
No way anybody could survive that. You find a body? No.
You got to have one or the other, Jack. You have to have
No, that was too hideous of a plane crash. No way anybody walked away from that. Where's the body? I don't know.
Certainly not there. He probably walked away.
They found the ID, wallet, whatever, about, a mile away?
Half mile away from. That's the odd part. I guess possibly if an animal was eating the body.
Well, animals don't need wallets.
But it was, they drugged maybe some of the clothing in the clothing.
Hey, take that. That's Diners Club.
We going Sizzler.
I'm tired of roadkill.
Moving on up.
He was at 9,700 feet, which is pretty high for a single-engine plane. Could have gotten updrafts, downdrafts around
An
mountains.
expert pilot.
It's possible, because here's what happens.
Expert enough.
Well, he's an expert as well, and sometimes you get cocky. And around mountains, the winds just do strange things. 9,700 feet is very, very high to operate a single-engine plane, even though it was a high-performance aircraft.
You make the winds sound like scamps.
They are. Around mountains, they'll do all kinds of stuff. They'll suddenly have upbursts, downbursts that you don't see coming. It's clear air turbulence. You don't see it.
Hey, stop blowing for a minute.
No, he's almost here. Sit down. You ruined it the last time.
It's an air ambush.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like how you said don't be cocky around mountains.
No, I said you can get cocky if you're a really good pilot. You think, no matter what happens today, I can get us out of this. But someone like myself, I wouldn't get anywhere near a mountain. Nowhere close.
What did his flight plan say? Where was he going?
He was taking, does it say in the article where he was off to? I know he took off at somebody's ranch, the Baron Hilton's ranch.
Yeah, aviators had previously flown over Mammoth Lakes about 90 miles south of his ranch in the search of Fawcett.
So he probably didn't have a flight plan. Guys like that, relatively nice day. I'm just going to take off. I'm going to go where I want to. I know this area very well. I can do it. And there's nothing can happen.
Well, he would have gone through all those different scenarios before. Upburst, downburst, wind stop blowing.
No, but again, you get wind shear. You get all kinds of things that you just simply can't power out of, especially at that altitude. Because the air's thinner and you don't have so much control.
So he shouldn't have been at that altitude.
Probably should not have been near a mountain at that altitude. It's just not wise. Things can happen.
Now, how many different pieces of the body did they find? Because when the sheriff was on, he said nothing was in the plane. We got nothing.
No. I just saw online like an hour ago, they just said they found remains.
In the plane or near it?
Near it.
So it could be what the animals didn't eat. It was over a year ago. But
how does ID and stuff get a half a mile away?
That's the odd part. Half a mile's a long way to be. I doubt seriously. I'm crashing. Let me throw this out. There's no time to recover the plane.
Up until they found body parts, it still sounded like he was looking for a way to vanish. You bail out, you let the plane go into the side of the hill, and you go.
That's a good one. I would do it over somewhere like a valley or a desert versus a mountain. Because you're jumping out, and you've got to now land in the mountain, or near the mountain, and you parachute. He died. He was stupid.
Okay. Go ahead, Dan.
2 airplanes due to land on the Greek island of Lesbos had to circle above the Aegean Sea for more than half an hour because an air traffic controller had overslept. An Olympic Airlines aircraft arriving from the Greek capital of Athens and a Slovakian Airlines plane made several failed attempts to contact.
Do any countries have reliable ATCs?
Yeah, but this probably was a small tower with one guy in it.
Why is it you always have an excuse for air disasters?
This isn't a disaster. The guy fell asleep. You fell asleep once. You left two.
I was on the air. I wasn't in control of 200 flights coming into one sector.
Well, this was probably at night, and he just dozed off. He was tired. One guy in the tower. It does happen.
Why would they always have a backup?
If it's a small tower, like let's say, I don't know how big this tower was, Austin, 3 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, probably one guy.
Still one guy. So probably. If he falls asleep, you're out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but there'll be somebody.
How'd they wake him up? Other than buzzing the tower.
I think naturally he just woke up.
Stay down there.
Get up, feller.
I don't know. Maybe he just woke up on his own, but it happens. There's stories of pilots that have fallen asleep. That happened about 6 months ago, both of them.
Okay, but they have autopilot. You don't have auto land.
Okay, nothing. It's still the airline industry. You got the ATCs that are falling asleep, the pilots who obviously are too bored to stay awake. I still don't want to get on a craft.
Oh, please. It's still, I go back to the safest way to get around, period. Your chances of ever getting hurt on an airliner are so slim.
What happened to Fawcett?
He got overconfident and put himself in a position where he shouldn't have been. Just like...
So again, another excuse.
John Kennedy Jr. did, same thing.
Now, what happened with him? I know
he was flying single engine over water at night, got disoriented, got vertigo. The worst thing you could do, because at night, there's no reference of ground.
No horizon.
No horizon. And if you're not an instrument pilot, which he was not, when that happens, your brain will tell you you're in a left turn and you're not. Your brain will tell you you're in a right turn and you're straight, or whatever else. You got to believe your instruments. If you're not instrument rated, it's so easy to get vertigo, and that's what he did. He got to be.
Same thing with him. He got cocky, flew at night, even though he didn't have the training for it.
Never have been an instrument pilot at night over water, ever.
All right. Recently, a third-grade teacher at Kissimmee Charter Academy in Kissimmee, Florida, named Donna Coulter, got in trouble because one of the classroom jobs on her list was to give her a massage. Now, the massage wasn't sexual in any way. It was just your standard shoulder rub, but some parents thought it was inappropriate, so they complained, and on Tuesday, Donna was fired.
For no sexual contact?
None at all.
Just giving the teacher a little
rub my shoulders.
And the obvious question is, how come is it nobody asked for massages when we were kids? None of the teachers were sleeping with the kids.
No. Well, that we know of, but I certainly never heard of any of that, ever. And there were some that were hot. Even as a kid, even as a 7 and 8 year old, I remember.
Mrs. Moyers.
Is that yours?
Yeah. Blonde. Big cans. I couldn't wait for puberty.
I can just see you in the class going, I wish I could touch myself right now. Of course, it won't do anything for another 7 or 8 years. But
I can't wait for the hair to grow in. I read so much about masturbation. It sounds like the way to go.
All cool kids are doing it.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah.
Well, then.
So you got fired. In Thailand, it is the ultimate in second chances. A Buddhist temple offers, for a small fee, an opportunity to die, rise up again, newborn, and make a fresh start in life. 9 big pink coffins dominate the grand hall of the temple, and every day hundreds of people take their turns climbing in for a few moments as monks chant a dirge. Then, at a command, the visitors clamber out again, cleansed, they believe, of the past. The temple, 66 miles northeast of Bangkok, has offered its unusual daily resurrection service for more than 3 years. On weekends, as many as 700 people a day pay a little more than $5 for the ceremony. And it takes all about a minute and a half.
It's a sweet deal.
You point at them and look at them as being uneducated and third world. We do the same thing.
Well, we do.
You take evangelists who send me your prayer request. Don't forget to fold that check in the middle of it. And you think that you're actually going to get something out of it. At least these people go someplace, get to experience something, as opposed to sending something to Tilton or somebody else. They say they're going to pray for it, and then you find out later it was thrown out by the dumpster.
I think most of that is belief. I believe he's going to pray for it. That's all that, you know.
Why would I have to give cash to somebody for my salvation, or to help me with arthritis or cancer or gonorrhea, diarrhea, or another STD? With
He's closer to God, and I want to keep his ministry going.
Why would he be any closer to God?
Because he's a man of God.
If everyone is one of God's children, why would he have any more clout than I would?
He's a minister. He's being trained.
Trained how? To talk to God?
He went to the God college.
Why does it say in the Bible, all you got to do is ask me in Jesus' name, and I get it? Nobody said that you got to go to the God college.
We went to the God college probably 4 or 5 years.
I want that shirt.
God, you?
No, just God college. Like the Belushi one.
Jesus, you?
Yeah.
Or is it Mexico? That whole concept of giving somebody cash to take care of one of my illnesses is, I wish there was a word better than absurd.
It's people believe in karma. People just believe in,
it's still feeble-minded to send somebody cash and think that you're going to talk to God on my behest.
You're going to pray for me. You are a stronger man in God than I. You can pray for me or with me.
It says in the Bible I could pray on my own.
Yeah, but I'm hedging my bets.
Yeah, look at the number of people that line up for like a Benny Hinn of, big
stadiums.
I love the music from that show.
That's Benny Hill.
What about Benny Hinn?
And they give money, they beg and plead to go on stage and have him lay his healing hands on them. I mean, they'll travel thousands of miles, work over whatever it takes, because you believe he's going to heal you. And it's like, dude.
Tap your forehead.
Dude.
Seriously.
Well, it's like Catholics that'll drive for hundreds of miles because somebody saw Jesus in the side of a cow patty.
Well, they believe in their symbols. And a lot of religions believe in the symbols that are involved, like Jesus showing up on a toast. I don't know.
You'd probably find a lot of symbols inside a church. Why would you think there's going to be salvation because Jesus' mug is on the side of a screen door in Toledo?
Because it's down with the common people, I suppose. I really don't know. Never got that part.
Yeah, but now we're actually at the point you can buy Jesus toast at a retail store.
Now you're just being picky.
Well,
hold on a second. There's no name on this, Alfie. Hello?
Hello?
Dude. Travis.
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
Hey, boss. I was figuring it up. Dan said that it was cheap, but 700 people a day at $5 a pop is $1.2 million a year.
That's a pretty good ministry, especially when you don't have any hard costs.
All you got is the coffin to jump into.
And thanks, Travis. Well, what is it that you actually get out of? You jump in and jump out, and what?
It's like a cleansing thing. Basically, you hop in the coffin. It's it's just ceremonial, saying, "Oops, he's dead. Now he's up again. Now he's cleansed of his past."
And because you went to the church, you got in this coffin, and we did the little dirge over you. You're clean. You're good to go.
Do $5.
Oh. It's not a whole lot different.
Next. $5. Don't forget to go to the gift shop.
A whole lot different than baptisms, except we don't charge for those for the most part.
They charge for the train to get into the coffin?
I don't really know.
Hold it. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute now. Get off.
Just the entire structure of religion with give me cash and I'll get you out of it.
It's the thought of karma. It's, I'm going to pay toward this. He knows God. He's closer than...
Why would God, short of tithing, I get that, because that's supporting the church, and that allows them to spread the gospel. But you've got televangelists who specifically ask for cash. You send me this, and I'll take care of this. When I'm on the blower with God next go round, I'll drop your name, say something cool, and then probably something will happen.
You used to do that on our TV show all the time, ask people to send in money.
I didn't promise anything.
Look at the camera and go, send me $5? No.
Yeah, I get 2 or 3 checks a week.
People would send it. Well, Russ said to, I better write it in. I'll make the hot tickets boy mad.
Again, you're not promising anything.
See, no, you never did promise anything. I think that's how you stay out of federal prison.
Well, it was like when Chapman, back in the early 80s.
Oh, it was classic.
On KVIL, just said, send me $20. Ain't none of your business what I'm going to do with it. And they ended up with $60,000. They gave it to a charity, but people sent him cash without any promise of anything.
It's trust, you're right. It's just simple trust. It's Ron Chapman, I know he won't do me wrong. And it's Robert Tilton, and I know he wouldn't lie to me and not pray over my stuff and throw it in the dumpster in the back. Well, until the videos come out, that's exactly what he was doing.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. On Tuesday morning, police in Loudoun, Tennessee, got a call that a school bus with about 30 children on board was parked in the middle of the road about a mile from Steaky Elementary School.
I don't blame this chick.
So a couple of officers were sent to find out what exactly was going on, and when they got to the bus, they found the driver, 48-year-old Vicky Kwasny, stinking drunk and passed out at the wheel. Apparently, Vicky had gotten hammered before work and decided to drive her route anyway. She was arrested, charged with DUI and child endangerment. Fortunately, all of the kids on board are okay.
You don't blame her for what?
The parents are to blame. She knew every day she was going to have to deal with a busload of monsters. That's why she had to get toasted. Child endangerment, I don't buy. I don't cut her any slack on that. But because those kids were probably a busload of ghouls day in and day out, she knew she was going to have to get toasted. So God bless her.
You don't get toasted and drive a bus full of kids.
She pulled over.
That doesn't make it okay. How about you say, I'm drunk, I can't come to work?
How about they take care of their kids?
All kids are screamers. They just do that. That's just what they do. 10 years old, 7 years old. They're loud. They're excited. They're with their friends. You don't get toasted to go to work, especially when you drive the bus.
She knew she was drunk. She pulled over. That shows her responsibility. Did they lock her dog ass up?
Oh, yeah.
There was a story about a bus driver. I think a kid threw something out of the windows, littering, and he or she, I can't remember, and swatted the kid. And, they're trying to press charges against her now.
Yeah, she got up and went back, and she'd had trouble with this kid before, and basically took her belt off and slapped it across the kid's legs. And now the driver's in all kinds of trouble. In the old days...
Hang on, one time. That was it. It wasn't a wailing or...
It was the belt off. Maybe once, maybe twice. I don't know how many times. But it was not a wailing. It was not a beating. But now the driver's, in a lot of trouble. I tell you what. Did you ever ride a bus to school?
Yeah.
Coach Carter drove our bus. You got off the bus without a beating. It was a good day. I'm not kidding.
Coach Carter, can we stop by and 7-Eleven get a lottery ticket? You ain't beat us today. This is my time.
He'd blow a red light and nobody'd say a word. Get your ass beat. I'm not joking. Even
leave the wheel, walk to the back of the bus. What did you say? Nobody's driving. Answer me. I don't know what it was about coaches when we were kids, but there would be no ugly words back and forth.
It was like there was no rules for them. They could beat you, they could do whatever, and then they made you run laps after they beat you. On top of this, run a couple of more laps. Damn it, I'm already beat.
You want to know?
Oh no. You don't go, back then you didn't go home and tell your parents. You get it again.
Well, especially if I forgot what my coach was. Coach Allen. Yeah. If he found out you went home and bitched to your parents, he'd get you again.
Mine would call my dad and tell him this is why I swatted him, because then my dad would beat my ass when I got home.
I only wait on his left cheek. You can do the other one. Not the right one for you.
I left one of the good ones for you.
That was before you had the parents that would come down there and sue.
But you also didn't seem to have as many issues inside the school because you had enough coaches that you were
just afraid of.
Abjectly fearful for your life.
And I'm not really sure I ever saw Coach Carter hit anybody. Paddle, but I mean, as far as actually really hurt anybody, but you knew he would.
It doesn't matter if they're stories. Those stories came from somewhere true.
You just knew he would.
Yeah, I told you, Coach Allen, this was middle school. The hallway that led to the lunchroom gradually sloped down, and there was a big drop as it goes straight into the lunchroom. So kids would always come running down, and he would stand at the bottom of the hill and tell them to slow their dog asses down. One kid didn't, and he belly bumped him into the wall.
Nowadays, that would be a lawsuit. Bump my kid in the wall.
Do you ever have one that had panels, like they had drilled holes in it?
Yes.
So it made that wind noise, like as it's about to hit you, it's like...
Well, that way you can pick some more airspeed.
Well, Coach Allen cut the middle out of his.
Much more dynamic.
Yeah. More like a wiffle bat. Do we need a break? Yeah. All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. You name the category, and this show is on top. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Bill O'Reilly's on Fox right now, screaming at that fat guy. Looks like he got pushed down a flight of stairs. Who was that?
Barney Frank.
He's screaming at Barney? That's mean.
Which TV is that?
2.
Roll it back. Or is that a clip from O'Reilly from last night?
Yeah.
There's Shepard Smith. Let's see what he drops on.
Bill is going after it.
From August 07 to August 08, under your tutelage, this industry declined 9.
Now, hang on. The guy on the right, the Barney Rubble guy, who's that?
He's a Democrat from outside of Boston, and I think he sits on the... I want to say he's chairman of the banking committee, but don't hold me to that.
Why is it he's the one that you always see addressing the bailout issue?
A lot of it because he's, I think, chairman of the banking committee, or one of them that has something to do with all this, and he's just a loudmouth.
All right.
90%. 90%. None of this was your fault. Oh, no. People lost millions of dollars. It wasn't your fault. Come on, you coward. Say the truth.
Do you mean, coward?
You're a coward. You blame everybody else. You're a coward.
Well, here's the problem with going on your show. You start ranting, and the only way to respond is almost to look as boorish as you.
The Barney Frank guy also gay?
Yes.
Congressman Barney Frank has been the House Finance Chairman since January of 2007. Obviously, he's the guest of Bill O'Reilly.
Say it. Now I'm going to start watching Fox just to watch.
I watch it during the breaks because I know somebody's going to drop the C word, S, whatever, and just blame it on a gaffe or a slip of the tongue. And I'm telling you, it's on the prompter.
I believed it was accidental until if it's only one network and it happens a lot, that's got to be... I can't say that's network mandated, but boy, it's just odd that it only happens on Fox. They only get direct news people with Tourette's.
It's only variable for
the network with Tourette's. Fox News.
When I'm picking something to watch, and the reason I flip it on Fox is because I know somebody's going to get called a sucker, and Shepard Smith's going to drop the C word. All right, so the Senate passed the bailout bill last night.
Yeah.
So now we're waiting to go to the House.
Yes.
And it's probably going to fail there.
I'm going to guess it is because the Senate tacked on what was, I think it's now an $850 billion bill instead of $700 billion. And again, now you have some people in Congress who were for it, and now they're against it because it's too much. They just flashed something that said House Republicans are just going to try to do a $250 billion
I was going to say, why not just drop it to a figure that everybody can get a handle on, get that passed, and if it looks like that's helped the economy in a slight fashion, then you go ahead and approve the rest. have it like a little a test. Let's dump in, let's just say $500 billion.
Okay.
And then if the banks start lending each other money, and it looks like there's an upturn, but it looks like you need a little more cash, approve the rest of it.
Because then you're right back to where we are. I think they're kind of looking at...
We're in a situation where you have companies closing because nobody can get loans. You've got car dealers that are closing because they can't get money from the banks, which means the customers can't get any money.
Exactly. You're right. It's just, I think everyone knows this has got to be a big number to really do some good.
So $250 billion is not enough to make a difference.
Anyone who that I've seen that has said
he's going to say no, but go ahead.
Anyone I've seen that said yes, we need this bailout has said $700 million is the number you need, and a lot of them have said that's really not going to be enough.
See, the answer was no. $250 ain't enough.
It probably do some, but
unbelievable that we're in this position.
Well, we're in this position because we allowed it to happen. You let people get loans that had no business getting into houses. You had people that had no business getting into houses that bought the sales pitch, knowing I don't have to put any money down. I can do interest only, and I'm going to gamble that the economy is going to still be on the rise, and then it falls apart. They lose their homes. So you got both sides to blame. But the fact that nobody wants to do this bailout, or a good portion of people don't want to, because you're just stepping in and taking care of somebody that's screwed up, that's not the issue at this point.
Not really.
Now it's the economy and where we're going to go.
Well, yeah, like you said, witch hunt later, find out the guys, and believe me, they'll still be around. That's the thing I don't understand. The guys that did this, they're not going to retire and go away. They're going to find you. We're going to know who you are.
Make that part of the bailout. There will be a criminal investigation. That way people are...
feel like there's some kind of punch.
There's some type of appeasement.
Right.
And you realize that the people that you thought were just going to walk away from this because the government bailed them out, there's going to be some kind of criminal penalty.
Definitely put that in there.
Hold on a second. Oh, it's 7. We got to go so we can go and watch the Tards. Mm-hmm. Yes, Josh.
Yeah, and talking about the slots earlier, Ennis still does the slots. You actually have to sign a waiver not to get beaten at school.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the parents actually have to sign a waiver saying, no, don't slot my kid.
And I've never heard any issues out of the NSISD as far as the kids go.
Yeah, you're right, you don't.
No, we just have the highest teen pregnancy, but we don't have any actual issues out of the school.
I sure wish I had a punchline for that.
But you're right. You don't hear major crises down there. I don't know. I don't know if taking paddling out did anything, but it's then and now, and things are different. And that's because Coach Carter retired. I know he did.
I'm sure he's not alive, but if Coach Allen were alive, I'd still be afraid of his dog ass, even though he'd probably be 90.
He's 90 years old, laying in a bed on his deathbed. Why would you be afraid of him?
As far as I know, it's a ruse. He jumps up out of the bed with a bedpan with holes drilled in it. Oh, hell. It's an ambush. You're late.
I'm with you. Coach Marshall, he'd still have a cool in his mouth, and he'd still get me with a paddle.
He smoked like
well, yeah.
Why is that so much more insulting?
I ain't got no time to give up my addiction while I beat your ass. In fact, if you watch closely, I catch my ashes on the way to your butt.
It's a gift.
You got any complaints out of it? I go outside, drill holes in a tree, and push it on you.
God, you're right. Any coach from those days could just take any object, drill some holes in it, and it's his new weapon.
Coach Carter's out front drilling holes in his truck. Oh, God.
Mom, I want to transfer.
Drill a hole in the hood and roll his windows down.
You can go by his house. No, those aren't skylights, son.
All right, you ready to go down?
Yeah.
All right.
Now he's got the visual of a coach in coach's bike shorts running around with a huge drill.
Drilling holes in walls.
Over here.
Be 10 minutes late again. I'm going to push this on you.
He just drilled holes in Timmy.
Beat me with my own classmates. Spread your fingers out.
For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, just go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info.
Drilling holes in a missile.
Don't make it go fast.
Just that concept of the wind resistance. Dude, you're smacking my ass with a paddle. Now run up the score. And Jesus, put down the Chesterfield.
So insulting.
To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danO'Malley.com, djclo.net, tradetrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, chuckweek.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center. Their website, guitarcenter.com. The official liquor store of the show, where I'm headed next, is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their
And
website.
you go to visit them in the hospital on their deathbed.
Right.
He's going to jump up with a bedpan full of piss with holes drilled in it, wailing on your dog out.
All these years, I finally got the coach. Now what are you going to do, old man? Oh, hell. That was full of something, wasn't it?
I ain't had enough Metamucil.
Light my cigarette. The official airline of the Russ Martin Show is Southwest Airlines. Their website, southwest.com, and the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
All right, see you guys tomorrow. See you. Bye.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.
The Russ Martin Show rocks the Metroplex.